NaruTalk, the Naruto ShipPodcast, is made possible through contributions from listeners like you. To help support the podcast and to earn exclusive rewards, head to www.patreon.com/NaruTalkPod. That's www.patreon.com/NaruTalkPod. Believe it!
Hey everyone, this is Naruto Uzumaki, and you're listening to NaruTalk. Believe it!
Hello everybody, welcome back to NaruTalk, the greatest podcast ever to be all about Naruto. I'm your host, Liam English, and with me as always is my co-host, Ali Caruso.
Hello!
And Raj.
Hey, I'm Raj, and today's episode is sponsored by water. It's water!
Which is the only thing that you drink.
Yeah!
Yeah, tell the audience a bit about that, Raj.
Well, I used to work at Kohl's, and November...
What is that?
November 1st.
Kohl's is very important.
This is important. November 1st, I had a shift. It was a 4 to 9. I get into the bathroom and
Wow, you really know
I was peeing and my piss was like dark brown, like rust. And I was like dark brown. And then I was like, oh god, like I have to change. Like, you know when water hits different at like 4 a.m. when we get up?
Oh, yeah.
I used to have like a bottle of soda next to my bed
Oh.
all the time. And I had to fix my life. So November 2nd, 2017, I was like, water only.
I have to climb down from my bunk at 3 a.m. and I'm like, no water.
And there's no fucking water fountains anywhere on our floors.
And all the campus water has lead in it for our listeners who don't know.
Yeah,
cool.
so you need to have your Brita filter with you at all times.
Or just drink lead water like I do at 3 in the morning sometimes.
Yeah, we have asbestos in the ceilings and lead in the water, but...
And black mold.
Oh yeah, and black mold. So.
And let me tell you, even the Brita filters have given up. I pour water into my Brita filter and it just sits there and never filters for like days.
Terrifying.
The Brita filter has given up.
I mean, truly the mold wasn't
just
really
changed the
like
filter.
an issue, but then it became black mold, and
Yeah.
Emma was just so angry.
Oh right.
I started throwing
the mold
things.
she can handle, but
Not black mold.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I get it. It's racist.
Wintertime came around, there was ice, and then
funny.
black ice came around. And we didn't see Emma for a while, 'cause she's like, there's black ice, I have to stay inside. And she clutches her purse every time she walked outside. It was crazy.
Of course, yes, Emma.
That's so fucking funny.
For the first 7 episodes of this podcast, we are also joined by the lovely and talented
And racist.
Keep
and
going.
still
And
mildly
concussed.
yeah. Emma Smith.
Hey, yeah,
Hey.
woo!
Yeah, woo!
Excited.
After the first 7 episodes, of course, she's changing schools. Tragic.
Tragic.
Don't think about it. I'll talk about it less as time goes on because it'll get sadder and sadder.
Oh, yeah. Well, I committed, though. That part's exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah, because it's exciting until it's sad. So I pick one because it's either I'm crying at everything that everyone says ever and every time I see any of my friends, or I'm excited.
Let's be excited.
Woo!
That's definitely a lot better.
One ninja village to the next.
Yeah.
That's true.
This really is kind of like a reunion episode because we've all been so fucking busy lately.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like Raj, I haven't seen in days.
This is the first time I've been out of my hermit hole. I have a beard now. I forgot what the sun looked like.
And every day I have to ask Liam, how you holding up, buddy?
Yeah.
Raj isn't here.
It's been hard, man. But yeah, man. Final
No one to
season.
talk about Naruto with since me and Emma won't other than on the podcast.
That's true. Because save it for the podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast.
That's our line.
You
Yeah.
say it for the podcast, but really it's Liam stop being a nerd.
Yeah,
really.
well, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm serious, though. 2 days, it
Yeah.
feels like years, though, here.
Yeah.
It has felt
Final
like years.
season,
Yeah.
Avengers season. Avengers
That's
comes
true.
out tonight. Not that. Yeah,
That's
sorry.
what I thought, yeah.
Look,
Woo,
Endgame.
it's exciting.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for you.
I won't see it for years.
Yeah. Look,
I never will, but I'm excited for you.
Avengers the
Sorry, Dad.
movies are legitimately like watching anime. Like they're just basically cartoons at this point.
Dude, you might
Oh, I
be
thought
pissing
you were
off
gonna-
so many people.
They really are.
I thought you were going to compare it to Star Wars because it's the thing of our generation,
That's true.
you know?
Oh, that's true.
In a way,
Yeah, we
it's like
talked about
Naruto,
that.
which will be the thing of our generation.
One day.
When it has its revival.
Yeah. So basically, the idea of this podcast, for anyone who's listening for the first time now, is that we go through Naruto. We watch 2 to 4 episodes a week, and I just sort of summarize them, and everybody talks about them, and that's the podcast. You know, we just kind of Naruto
Bounce
talk about
ideas about
Shoot the shit.
what Naruto's orange costume
Yeah,
really
it. Or
Right.
means.
Sasuke's blue costume. There's a
Yeah.
lot of questions that that
Why
raise.
is Sakura such a bitch even as the show goes on? And she should have a character development, but half of her
Why
lines
is
are
Sasuke so emo?
half her lines are still
emo.
Sasuke. I was watching it today, and everybody kept telling me, because I had other people in my room while I was watching it, and I don't use
That's
headphones.
social suicide right there.
Watching Naruto.
Oh, yeah.
When I watch it, it's alone under my bed, and you have a low bed, so I crawl under there and I stand prone. It's the
I was
worst.
gonna bring it out to do work, and I was like, I can't be seen in public with this.
Well,
no
when I
way.
was watching it with people in the room, I don't realize how odd Sakura sounds when you're not watching her and
Yeah.
used to her being a bitch. Everybody kept telling me it sounded like sex noises kept
Yeah.
coming out of her
Yeah,
mouth.
she does a lot of the time. Go, oh, Sasuke. This week we have watched episodes 7, 8, and 9, which will show us our little gang's first encounter with Zabuza, the assassin
That's
from the Land of the Mist.
Demon boy.
The demon boy.
Yeah.
So, without any further ado, let's NaruTalk about it. We open with Squad 7 and Tazuna riding in a boat through extremely thick mist to reach the Land of Waves. They pass beneath the massive bridge that Tazuna is building, which Naruto exclaims is huge. He just can't not say anything.
Well, because he's never been outside of the village.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Totally forgot.
So he's looking at everything like for the first time.
Oh my god, a bridge?
It's like when people from California see snow for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or will rain.
Except
rain
less
for the first
impressive
time.
because it's just a bridge.
No, I mean, I get it. When I went to a mall for the first time, which was in 11th grade.
Wait, what? Where are you from?
Queens.
Oh.
Oh no, I just
Queens
didn't go
doesn't
outside.
have malls?
No, they do. I just chose never to go.
Oh, that's fair.
But when the first time I went, I was like, "There's so many smells," and it was, and then
Shoes and food.
exactly. And then
sneakers.
now that I go every other day, I'm just like, I hate all of this.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Commercialization, man. It's like where I'm from, there's a giant church that didn't used to always be there. So like halfway through my life, they rebuilt this church, and I super religious. You know, I
right.
used to be. Speaking Yoda talk, and so church
Super
religious I used to be, and so like the church was a big deal to me, you know, because super religious I used to be, and so the first time that I went in when they built the new church, and it was this, like double the size of the old one. It felt like the angels were singing. I feel like that's what Naruto's like when he's with the bridge master
Okay,
or the
that's
bridge
fair.
maker.
That
Yeah,
sounds
It's like a play. Emma Smith
Goes to church. Well, after Naruto exclaims about how big the bridge is, the man rowing the boat yells at Naruto. They're traveling through the fog with the engine turned off to hide from the people hunting
he's
Kazuma.
so loud.
Yeah.
The
was like,
rower
"Shut
is
up, buddy."
arguably. I know you said don't talk about the feature, but he's the most important character.
Oh yeah, the man rowing boat.
Because the thing is, when you think about Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? But you don't think Aang,
people?
Zuko.
Yeah, I don't think about.
I think
Avatar:
about the
Last Airbender.
cabbage salesman guy. I think about that.
Yeah.
you don't think about Avatar at all,
When
Liam?
I think
think about the blue
Naruto,
people.
it's the rower. He
Yeah.
was so wise, and
He said, "Don't yell."
Don't
and in a
yell.
way, we all learned about inside voices. Kakashi demands to know why and by whom Tazuna is being hunted. And he's being targeted by Gato, who's that little dude with the glasses that we
Yeah.
saw at the end of the last episode, who's in charge. He's a shipping magnate in charge of the famous Gato Transport Company.
Gato of Gato Transport.
Yeah, I know.
That was a big deal.
And he was like, what?
Naruto literally goes, "Ooh, what?" And same, honestly. Who the fuck is this?
Not like
Yeah.
deadass. What if like Jeff Bezos was hunting you down? Fucking Jeff Bezos of Amazon?
If Jeff
I'd be
Bezos-
terrified.
Oh, by the way, wait, hold up. Jeff, if you're listening to this, you gotta fix your policies, man. Amazon,
Don't make Amazon an enemy. The drones will get us. Stop.
it's alright, we're gonna start a rival company.
Now, Jeff, aside
For
from
Emma on.
aside from her, listen, I know if you were to just throw like some Avatar money our way, it'd be
Yeah.
like spitting in like a poor person's face. It does nothing to you.
Yeah,
right?
Jeff, as much as Emma doesn't like your policies,
I
if
hate you,
And
Jeff.
as much as you suck, but
Yeah,
it's okay.
right, yeah.
You're awful.
But if you want to take us to Avatar World,
We'll endorse you. We'll endorse you.
yeah, we'll sell out in a second.
Second.
Also, I think Audible sponsors a lot of podcasts, and I think Audible is owned by Amazon.
Never mind. We love
So
you,
quick
Jeff.
turnaround. Jeff, you're the
You're
best.
the coolest guy ever,
Fuck
Jeff.
yeah, Amazon.
Amazon.
Oh, shit.
Just in case, because Audible really does.
It's
sponsor a
okay.
lot of
No, it's okay.
podcasts.
I'm the one who sucks, Jeff. Like, if me
Yeah,
calling
Emma's-
you
Emma
out
will
is
be
the
out.
reason.
Emma's leaving anyway, Jeff. You know
yeah,
what?
I'm out of here.
Jeff, you
7
can
episodes.
replace Emma.
It's just racist, so.
First 7 episodes we can't get sponsored. Jeff calls us up. He's like, "Listen, as long as she's gone, Audible's got you." While Kakashi is shocked to hear this, Tazuna continues, revealing that away from the public eye, Gato sells drugs and contraband and takes over rival businesses and even small nations using ninja.
The grind
Yeah.
doesn't stop
Yeah.
even in the ninja world.
Also, okay, within the entire, like, one sentence, he goes, drugs, contraband, gangs,
Heavy
and
sentence.
ninja.
No. Well, that's the thing. It's pretty easy for me to write these summaries during an action scene because I'm like, bam, this guy punches this guy, and this guy punches this guy. But during the exposition, it takes me like 5 minutes to write down one sentence because I have to like rephrase it for the podcast, you know? So, yeah, this episode was a bitch.
But what's going on with drugs and contraband in the ninja world?
Yeah, I was thinking about it because in drugs in the real world, there's weed, LSD, meth, crack, all that stuff. But in ninja drugs, have to be insane. They already leapfrog from trees. So what can they do on drugs?
Yeah, the drug part was the interesting part.
For real,
you know? It's like,
Mizuki
stop everything. Tell
definitely
me
does
more.
drugs,
Oh, for
though.
sure he was on like ninja crack or something. He had to be.
Ninja crack.
He's a TA. He's got to do something.
Tell
for
me more
fun.
about this ninja crack. Where might I get some?
Gato of Gato transportation.
That's why he's so strong.
He's pretty open about selling it. A lot of people know him.
That's true. A year ago, Gato took control of the Land of Waves shipping industry, and since it's a small island nation, this ostensibly means he controls every aspect of the land. Gato fears the completion of the bridge, though, because if it joins the island with the mainland, that's going to allow for free trade and communication, which is going to reduce his sort of stranglehold.
Oh no,
power.
Pangea. God, my worst fucking nightmare.
Water is his only power, dude. Get
Yeah.
a better power.
It's not even. It just doesn't even have ninja powers. It's just he owns boats.
That's true.
And guns.
Is that the third thing? What was it? It's
Oh, the 3 jobs.
bridge builders, owning boats.
Ninja.
And I guess running a drug cartel. Kakashi demands to know why Tazuna would hide such critical information, and the old man reveals that the Land of Waves is extremely poor, and no one, not even the nobles, could pay for a B or an A rank mission. Because even the Leaf Village has to get that grind.
I guess they're so poor too, because Gato's like taking all the wealth.
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah.
the Jeff Bezos? Is he
Well,
really?
We like him now.
Come
Okay,
on.
sorry.
Amazon already pulled out of building a headquarters near us, so
Oh really?
yeah, they were gonna build it in New York.
That'd be great.
I know.
No, we don't
One
want
day
this.
shipping?
Actually, ooh.
One day, like an hour shipping.
No, we need
In
to
New York
stop
City,
the
they do that.
expansion.
I mean,
Who
the-
are their rivals? They've eaten them all. We need Teddy Roosevelt, the
Amazon?
trust buster.
The Gato shipping industry.
And that's why we
rival.
want him gone.
I wonder if Gato uses
I need
drones.
you.
Ninja drones have to be real. Like, they just stay invisible, but they're carrying the packages when they go
Guys,
around.
Amazon is taking over supermarkets. Have you seen Amazon Go?
And hopefully taking over podcasts,
Podcasts?
like this
This
podcast.
one?
We are for sale.
Oh.
Tazuna dismays that if the ninja abandon the mission when they reach the shore, he will surely be assassinated and the bridge left incomplete. And then he really tries to guilt trip them. He's like, my grandson will cry every night.
Oh, yeah.
So stupid.
And
I want to punch him.
Yeah, and he's like, my daughter will swear vengeance against the Leaf Village and she'll be sorrowful till the end of her days.
So she's not gonna care.
Who is his daughter? Why do we give a shit?
We don't.
And
We
honestly,
fucking don't.
if this old bitch died, his daughter would probably be like, oh, thank God I get the money and he's out of the fucking picture.
Actually, okay, I think I've changed my opinion on the bridge maker. I think he might be the trust buster. I think he's the Teddy Roosevelt
Oh, 'cause he's
of the
trying to
Land
take
of
down
Waves.
Gato?
Yeah, I'm officially on the bridge maker's side.
I mean, he's a little bit of an asshole, but I guess,
yeah.
he's the hero,
well, I'm sure
ultimately.
Teddy was too. The activist in me just really wants
yeah.
him to
That
make
makes
it out.
sense.
I think Teddy actually was an asshole, but like
Probably.
he got shit done.
He also
was- yeah, he fought
he
right.
would wrestle when I don't know. There's a book about how amazing Teddy
That's
Roosevelt
pretty
was.
cool.
He did some crazy
I
stuff.
can't wait till like after Emma leaves, we do one of the reunion episodes, and it's just a lot of beef because she's like, "Fucking sellouts! Jeff Bezos sponsors you now. I refuse to do it. I'm on my farm, okay? I fucking breathe
And then,
non
like, a
Jeff
second
Bezos
later,
air."
I'm like, and this episode is brought to you by Audible.
Yeah, and Raj, you do make fun of me for being a farm person.
You are a farm
But the
person.
school that I'm going to has a farm that you can do work study on.
I'm gonna love that.
I
I
know.
literally love
Hate to
that.
break the news to you now, but yeah, I'm going back to
The thing
farmland.
is with Emma, right? She's this white hippie farm girl, but then one day I saw her listening to rap music, and
World shattered.
world shattered because she like not like just listening, but she like rapped along to the lyrics. And you know what? If I wasn't staring at her, I knew she would have said the N word.
She wouldn't have gone like,
No, she would have said it.
like when they played Gold Digger at the Stewed.
I was telling Raj
And
about
everyone
that.
here is white, so it was like everybody went, oh,
Oh God! Oh, we can't say that.
it was pretty funny.
Oh my gosh.
But the whole squad is like visibly uncomfortable from Tazuna trying to guilt trip them, but obviously can't give up the mission now, so
Yeah, to it.
yeah,
Kashi goes with it, so everybody goes with
yeah,
it. You know?
and Tazuna knows it. He breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah.
That was so weird.
Yeah.
He looks at the camera and he's like,
That's true. He goes, I win.
Yeah.
So weird.
That was weird.
There's always moments where it's like, oh right, this is a children's
This
show.
is a cartoon.
Ah yes, this was on Cartoon Network.
For the ages of 6 to 10.
Yes.
I am 19. I am doing this during college hours.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I am a nerd.
Friends don't need them.
Well, we have
I have no
we have the
idea.
NaruTalkers.
Oh.
That's right.
Ow.
Is that our fan base?
Yeah,
Is that
wait, there's like the Chad and JT Go Deep podcast, and they call all of their fans Stokers. We can have the NaruTalkers.
Yeah, the NaruTalkers.
Yeah.
Hashtag NaruTalkers.
Hashtag NaruTalkers.
The group passes through a tunnel, and when they exit, the fog has lifted. They've arrived at the land of waves. It's kind of reminiscent of Venice. The buildings are like sort of kept up on wooden pikes, and the trees grow out of the water all around them. It's kind of fun.
Oh, I missed that. That's cool. The trees growing out of the water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just like you know,
That's
a
neat.
little bit of water
World
foliage.
building right there.
Yeah.
Water foliage.
That's
That's the word of the day.
Dude, that's
Words.
writing these summaries is an exercise in synonyms because like it's mostly the same stuff happening. So
When I read your outline, I'm like, he definitely busted out the thesaurus for this one.
honestly. For fear of his life, the helmsman rows away hurriedly after dropping off the group. While Tazuna orders the team to take him home, Kakashi worries that the next assassination attempt will be made by a Jonin.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, because last time it was just Chunin, and them boys are chumps.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
dudes who had giant fucking chain claws,
Sasuke took them
losers.
down.
Oh, I know they looked cool,
They looked
but
fucking
they
cool.
did not fight well.
Were they also cows? You know how
Oh, you think that Zabuza's outfit makes him look like a
he
cow?
does
Yeah,
look
it
like
does.
a cow? Why did they pick that pattern?
I don't know, man. Maybe it was
No.
imagined colored differently or something.
But there was something. Oh, maybe. But there was something where like you saw other people. I'm pretty sure in the Land of Waves, and they were also cows. So it's not just him.
I guess maybe like
Interesting.
Maybe to
The
blend
cow
in with the
people.
back, because look, there's sneaky people that are hit and miss. So when you think hit and miss Riverland shit, you think white and sun and dark
yeah,
shades
but I
of
don't
white.
think cow when I
I don't
hear
either.
river.
That's
If you
true.
saw a cow, like, would you? Okay, if there was a huge mist of fog and there was
Uh-huh.
a cow there, right? Would you see him? Would you really think to yourself, Liam? If you were in Silent Hill right now and there was
a
one cow, like, 'cause the thing is, like, how Silent Hill calls you to overcome like your
Right,
big.
right, right.
What if your adventure was to just see if you could
See a
see a
cow.
cow in the
Oh my
mist?
god.
The group travels inland through a forest, and Naruto, desperate not to lose to Sasuke again, runs ahead. And he overreacts to the first rustle he hears in the bushes and throws a kunai and just kills a mouse.
Oh, there's a
Well, he
bunny,
says he
isn't
kills
there?
Oh, no, first he hits a mouse.
Oh, okay.
Right, and then everybody's yelling at him, and they're like, dude, stop.
You're a
Especially
maniac.
Sakura.
Chill out, buddy.
And the bridge builder. I think Sakura and the bridge builder are like, they're a good little
Yeah.
duo.
That's true. They both do
When's
nothing.
their spin-off show? Oh,
Well,
True.
Sakura. No, sorry, the bridge builder. He's like, oh, stop it! You're gonna scare me.
Oh yeah.
While they're yelling at him, Naruto doesn't really listen. He throws another knife at another rustle, and this time he scares the shit out of a little bunny.
Oh, so sad.
I know.
But he doesn't kill the bunny.
That's
even
true.
though-
No, yeah.
Sakura
It
goes
looked
over and it did look dead. Sakura sort of punches him for not listening, and he goes over and he hugs the rabbit and shit so he
So
looks good in
cute.
front of Sakura.
Oh, was he still into Sakura?
always and forever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's still into
Ugh,
Sakura.
dude, get over her.
Dude, not everybody has a forehead that's sexy.
Also, his women tend to be limited. I mean, right now he's stuck with Sakura or
Two
Sasuke,
old men
you know?
and an emo boy.
If not Sakura,
And a
He
bitch.
made out with one of them, and none of them were girls.
There was-
make out with Sasuke.
That's true. And I'm sure there just was no spark.
There was spark. They held it for a second.
Yeah, and remember, they didn't say no homo.
They didn't say.
That's
They already
true.
tied. They're getting ahead of it too, because he like tied him up and left him there.
That's
for a
true.
yeah.
while.
That's true.
Oh, wow, there's a lot to read
Fuck.
into here.
50 Shades of Naruto. We're going
That's
crazy.
true. That's
50
true.
Shades of Orange.
I'm still working on my fan fiction.
Oh, Kakashi determines that the rabbit must have been raised in captivity for use in the
That was
substitution
interesting,
jutsu,
yeah.
right? Because its fur doesn't match the season. It's white.
Detective
just-
Kakashi, man.
Yeah.
But dude, well, they're all fucking detectives in this show because they always have to do the fight and then stop and figure out exactly how it happened.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I talk about that a little later. Well, sure enough, Zabuza is watching the group from a nearby tree, and he's not surprised that the Chunin failed to take them down because they're with Kakashi, copy ninja of the Sharingan.
The
Which
most, the famous Kakashi.
Yeah, I
the
know.
copy
He really
ninja.
hypes him up.
Well,
Yeah.
Copy Ninja though also is a lame name. I get that's what
Yeah.
he does, but it's like copycat.
It sounds insulting, yeah.
Yeah.
It does a little bit. Oh, Kakashi, the least original ninja. He steals all his beats from SoundCloud. Zabuza launches his massive sword at the group, embedding the blade in a tree by the water and jumping to stand on the hilt, glaring down at his prey.
Which was kind of cool, gotta
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. No, it's a badass entrance. And Naruto's prepared to fight so that he can outdo Sasuke, like, right away. He's like, fucking bring it on. But Kakashi, who recognizes Zabuza, he's like, oh, no, y'all gotta back the fuck up.
He says, you're in the way. Fuck
Yeah.
off.
Because he's also in his bingo book or whatever the fuck that was.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
what was that?
Okay.
I heard that and I was like,
Yeah, I almost wrote that down. Basically, a bingo book is like a list of targets that are like...
A hit list?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
But
hit
is that
list,
an
yeah.
actual... Oh, I get it, because you want to dot the different names
I
off.
think it is an actual term. I always thought it was just like a hit list, but how you would say it if you were on Cartoon Network.
Oh.
But I think the actual term is bingo book.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it
I
just...
thought that was just a weird thing for this character.
No, it just sounds better, because if Zabuza said, like, you're on my hit list, that's
Yeah.
something he would say, but he goes, you're on my bingo book. Now, that's serious.
It's a little funny. Yeah.
Like, he wants you to know, you mean nothing to me. You're in a
Yeah.
bingo. I could body
Yeah.
the fuck out
Well,
of you.
and also, I mean, if we're just making this easier and, lighter for kids by saying bingo book, he also talks about the 8 hits or 8 points,
Oh,
and then
yeah, yeah.
he lists all the different ways he can kill people and
Yeah,
lists
it's a little
jugulars
dark,
and veins
yeah.
I'd never heard of.
Well, Zabuza mentions Kakashi's Sharingan, prompting confusion from Naruto, Sakura, and Tazuna, but familiar shock from Sasuke. Kakashi insists the team stay back and protect Tazuna while he pushes up his headband to reveal what his eye looks like. He's got a scar down
that
that
was
side
crazy.
of his face, yeah, and his eye is red and the pupils surrounded
he's
by...
like, your eye, what is that? And I was like, oh.
Yeah, he's got like
He's
a
a
real
cyborg,
fancy looking
dude.
thing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Zabuza's really excited to see the Sharingan in action. And so at this point, everybody has said Sharingan enough times that Naruto's like, guys,
What is
I don't
it?
know what it means.
It is Caillou.
They roll their R every time they say it.
The Sharingan.
Sharingan. It's like,
That's true.
what is that?
And then seeing it spelt out for like the title of the next episode, you're
Mm-hmm.
like, wait a second, that's what that is?
Yeah.
That spelling doesn't
Yeah,
look
it's
like that
weird.
word.
Well, Sasuke jumps in to explain that the Sharingan is a rare eye-based jutsu. Eye-based jutsu are called dojutsu. Doesn't matter. You don't have to remember that. But what it does is it instantly comprehends and perfectly reflects any technique that the user sees, down to the
Crazy.
smallest detail. Yeah.
I just realized how lame dojutsu sounds.
Yeah.
Like,
But you know, you've got ninjutsu, taijutsu, genjutsu, dojutsu.
but if you say it faster than dojutsu, but like
I'm a nerd.
dojutsu.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's right. I'll throw some fucking bread at you, pussy.
Fucking
What you gonna
dojutsu.
do?
Especially because, like, Loki spoiler, but all the most powerful jutsu in the show are dojutsu.
Dojutsu.
So it's like, fuck, man.
But nobody ever calls him dojutsu.
Yeah, I know. Sasuke alludes to a much greater power in the Sharingan too. Zabuza reveals that the assassination unit of the Hidden Mist has a standing order to kill Kakashi. He's in his bingo book. And he calls Kakashi the man who copied over 1,000 jutsu. And everybody on the team is like, oh, so he actually is hot shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been putting me through hell for what? Oh, you're a cool cat? Alright.
Sakura's like, he's famous?
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah.
Shut up, Sakura.
Sasuke, however, is lost in thought as the Sharingan can only be obtained by powerful members of the Uchiha clan, which Sasuke is supposed to be the only surviving member of.
Gotta get on Mari after this bitch.
Yeah, yeah. But before Sasuke can think too much about what his relationship to Kakashi might actually be, Zabuza launches in for an attack, so everybody has to get into their defensive position around Tazuna.
Wait, is that why Sasuke starts freaking out at one point when the two Jonin are going at it?
Oh.
He's like, I'd rather
Oh, no,
die.
no. This is just him, like, he doesn't know how Kakashi could possibly have a Sharingan.
Okay.
Right.
Because,
We don't learn it until like 400 episodes later.
yeah,
But
it's...
Is
he has it.
Kakashi his dad?
Well, we don't know, and
don't-
Sasuke doesn't know how Kakashi could be related to him, because he knows that his clan is dead, you know?
Yeah.
And so this is, like, a really big revelation for him.
But imagine
They
being
should've-
famous for like being a good guy who just
copycat,
copies other
yeah.
people.
That's true. But they should have brought more attention to this giant thing of
I know.
Sasuke
Yeah, I
might be the
didn't
only one.
register that it was.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that at all.
It's sort of because Zabuza launches his attack so quickly.
Yeah.
Now, Zabuza unleashes the Hidden Mist Jutsu and disappears into a thick fog.
Like a cow in the
Which is
mist.
cool.
Yeah, which allows Kakashi some time to fill them in on who Zabuza is. He was the head of the Hidden Mist Assassination Unit, master of the silent killing technique, which not even the Sharingan can neutralize.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, he's
Hot
hot
shit.
shit. Yeah. While they talk, the mist grows increasingly thick until the squad can't even see Kakashi. And, like, this is the point you were talking about, where Zabuza's stalking them, and
Oh,
he's like,
yeah.
he lists the 8 parts of their
Like
body.
lungs, arteries,
Yeah,
heart.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That
It's
was weird.
fucking a little creepy.
Anatomy class.
Terrifying.
Yeah, how did Cartoon Network let them get away with that?
I don't know.
It's okay. He's dead at
Well,
the end of the episode.
It's not that much
anyway.
He
creepier than
didn't
fucking
say.
Flapjack, so.
I mean, Zabuza didn't go penis, vagina, boobs. Like,
That's true.
He was like, these are actual
That'd
body
be funny.
God,
parts.
stop it. We're gonna get canceled.
I'm sorry, Jeff. Please.
Kakashi surges his chakra to dispel the mist so that, everybody can see what's going on around them.
That was cool.
Right.
Yeah, that was cool.
But while the chakra is flowing and the bloodlust is in the air, Sasuke, he really starts freaking out. He cannot keep his cool. He's terrified of such an extreme battle happening so close to him.
So suicidal.
Yeah, to
for
the point where he's like,
no reason.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, but why does he wig the fuck out?
Well, I think just the amount of energy in the air,
Yeah.
and he can sense the bloodlust, and it's really starting to fuck with him.
So
Okay.
imagine if somebody in your ninja world ran up to you and just hit you with 30 ninja steroids. That's what it would be like.
Yeah, it's because you can feel the power, because everybody has chakra. It's like the Force
Right.
a little bit.
It's the Force.
It ties. No, dead ass. What was it? Was it the manga or the anime? I don't know. I was something with Boruto, and I swear to God, Naruto.
It's a lightsaber.
No, yeah, there are lightsabers in Boruto, but also
crazy.
Naruto goes, chakra. Think of it like a force that binds us all together and
God.
connects everything in the universe. And I was like, that's Star Wars, buddy.
Wait, how did they fucking explain the Force? Metachlorine or some shit?
Oh yeah, well, not the prequels, my guy, not the prequels. Kakashi calms Sasuke down though. He's like, bro, chill out. I will never let my comrades die.
Oh yeah, he said that a couple times.
Yeah, well, it's heavy because remember I don't know if it must have been last week, yeah. All of his closest friends died in combat.
I forgot about that.
So he's lying to them. He's like, you're gonna go.
No.
He's like, I'm reassuring you now, but when that silent killing hits, because he said you don't even know you're dead until you're dead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's like, listen, relax. When you're dead, you're dead.
Maybe Kakashi even twisted the knife, dude.
Yeah.
But no, Kakashi calms them down. He promises to protect them. But suddenly, Zabuza appears in the middle of their defensive position. Now, luckily, before he can, kill them, the group scatters apart, and Kakashi flies in to stab him with a kunai, which is, quick thinking, man.
Ninja shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Zabuza doesn't bleed. He leaks water.
That was weird.
Right. And then behind Kakashi, another Zabuza appears as the first sort of falls into a puddle. It was a water clone.
I thought the Land of the Mist people just had white blood. I was convinced.
Interesting.
I feel like if I got stabbed after doing water only for a year, it just
Yeah,
be
you just
water.
leak out water. But yeah, it's a twist. It was a clone made out of water, as opposed to the shadow clones, which are just,
Right. Okay.
I guess, made of shadow or something.
Yeah, but they're not the Land of the Shadow.
That's true. The land
It's
of
like
water.
Darwin's theory of adaptation and shit.
Right, yeah.
Fucking
And in the
ninja
mist.
people get shadows.
Yeah.
Mists get water.
That makes sense.
Flint doesn't have clean water, but oh well. Ninja
Nor does,
people get
nor does
cloned.
our school.
Oh, yeah.
we
We're
got let in
Flint.
the water
Heck with
too,
Flint.
so-
What about our school?
Yeah.
Just kidding. If you're
Yeah, no,
Flint,
seriously, no.
please still listen. Jeff Bezos, if you somehow
I'm
live
sorry,
in
you're
Flint,
one
sorry.
Flint viewer.
Oh yeah, that is a tragedy.
Get a Brita
though.
filter. It's fine.
God.
Get a giant Brita filter, Flint. What are you doing?
The Brita doesn't always work, okay, Flint?
The real Zabuza appears behind Kakashi and swings his massive blade, and it looks for a second like Kakashi's dead. Again, they pulled this in literally the last episode. Remember with the dudes with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
chains? So Kakashi just looks like he's gonna die in every
Every
episode,
3
I guess.
seconds.
I
Yeah.
think it was the
But-
same exact frame they used.
Probably. That's a good way to go about it. But now we're never gonna think that Kakashi dies
Yeah.
fucking ever.
Boy,
That's
cry
true.
wolf.
Oh yeah.
Close, but no cigar.
What a fucking dumb expression. Close, but no
no
cigar. Nobody asked for a cigar. I was just talking about Naruto.
See, it's that. Okay, so you know how cigarettes are cool?
Yeah.
Cigars are for people who used to be cool, but they know how they used to be. Really cool.
Oh.
Like think of it as Joshua's parents. They're cool. Yeah, we used to smoke cigarettes, but
They
now
don't-
we're cigars. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. I buy it.
Either that or straight up meth. They have to be they're too cool sometimes. In their free time. Josh, I'm sorry to hear this, but I'm pretty sure when Randall says I gotta go to the bathroom, and he comes out 60 minutes later, he was hitting that pipe hard as fuck.
Stop ruining
God.
her childhood.
Yeah.
She's gonna come home to a shattered family.
Like the glass, in How I Met Your Mother, when you realize something and
Yeah.
the glass shatters.
yeah.
Joshua's like, oh my god, that's why my house always smelled like meth.
I thought it was the neighbor.
Joshua.
Your town would have meth heads. I've always said it since day one.
Yes,
That's
you have.
the laboratory in my basement. It all makes sense.
It was I who
That's
was
what
the meth
happens in
head
the
all
shed
along.
outside. I just wanted to kick with me.
It wasn't sugar all along.
However, the Kakashi that died was not obviously the real Kakashi. It was a water clone because Kakashi was able to perfectly replicate Zabuza's jutsu,
Oh, yeah.
even though he was covered in the mist. The real Kakashi appears behind Zabuza as his clone sort of fades into water, and he holds a kunai knife up to Zabuza's neck and declares victory. Boom, that's episode 7.
Boom.
That was pretty cool.
The best thing about episode 7 was the introduction of the rower. He was the coolest character. He really, because like anytime a character talks to Naruto, they always put him down, but he always comes around to bring them back up, right?
The rowing man was so good at keeping Naruto quiet. And there's a lot of times when these characters yell. They could use rowing man
Honestly, could
to come in and be like,
rowing
"Excuse
man
me."
for Hokage.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna.
Rowing man for Hokage.
We'll push the campaign.
Can I do a quick literary analysis on the rowing man?
Oh boy, yes.
Are you ready? I think that what the rowing man represents is all of society and how they all yell at Naruto, even though they don't even know him.
Yeah.
That's right. I just
Damn.
literary analyzed your ass.
Very nice.
Thank you. Oh, I have one other comment.
Send it.
At the very beginning of episode 7, I accidentally had the subtitles on, and the sub is inaccurate from the dub. They're talking about completely different stuff.
Okay, there's actually a reason for this, and it's not just that Hulu sucks. Although
Well,
that is
I
the
was on
reason-
Netflix.
Right. So there's
Yeah.
a reason that it's the Netflix. The Netflix is word for word the Japanese, I think.
Oh.
But the English dub changes a lot of it. When all anime does this pretty much, they localize phrases. So they sort of try and put in things that we say in the West, and also to match the lips.
That makes sense.
So when Naruto says "believe it," in Japanese they translate it to "close but no cigar."
Yeah, right. Because everyone in Japan's
That's
always
true.
asking for cigars.
But they can't get them.
The
Right.
city
Well, they're
covered in
close.
smoke.
But no cigar.
They're close, but no cigars.
There's a reason there's a village of mist, man. They're just puffing it all day.
Oh yes.
That's your smoking noise?
Yeah.
That's a cigar.
Yeah,
This
let's do a
man
cigar,
has
yeah.
smoked
That's
cigars
You
before.
kissed the cigar?
You suck it.
Oh my god, I actually did smoke a cigar when I was with the frat for a week.
Oh,
Oh boy, alright, pause
got-
in the episode. Liam once joined a frat.
For a week.
didn't we talk about this already?
Yeah, we actually did mention
we
that, I think,
really?
in an earlier episode, but we didn't mention the cigar.
Oh boy.
They were like, hey, puff the cigar. Don't actually inhale the smoke. Just hold it in your mouth and look like a businessman.
The thing is with the
Said that?
frat is
That's how you do it.
we
They
only
said that?
know.
Well, not the businessman part.
The thing about the frat is we only know so much as like the bits you've told us and the parts we were there for. But you were there for a week and we
Yeah.
were there for about a day.
No, I was there for like 3 minutes, and I was like, bye.
gosh.
So like eventually throughout this podcast we're gonna
We're
get
gonna
through
learn.
like Liam's trials of the week. And it's gonna be like
Yeah,
the
and
graduation exam with a hidden
Right,
miss.
on one hand, it's a Naruto podcast. On the other hand, it's therapy for my week with the frat.
Fuck.
Frat guys, if you're listening, it's just not for us. Sorry.
It
well,
just wasn't for me.
Just in case it hasn't been mentioned, I feel like we should stress that our school doesn't have frats. It's not like
Oh
you're
yeah,
a
our
lame
school
who got scared by
technically
a
doesn't
frat.
have frats.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
just
a weird underground boys club that is weird.
Yeah.
Liam
It's
put
just
it
a bad
as
frat, you know?
therapy.
It's not that the frats are bad.
It's
that
awful.
That frat was bad.
But Liam put it as therapy, but what what I think is gonna happen is eventually once we get to like the end point of the frat, we're gonna be thinking about this one student who suddenly we don't see around anymore, and Liam reveals that for his final test he had to fucking murder a kid.
That's true. I was sworn into the frat and then I dropped. So
Oh god, so you're still in it.
They're still hunting you down. They've got
I'm
they've
waiting.
got a warrant
I'm
on
waiting
Liam's
to
head.
hear like, oh, that's where Steve went. Okay, bye.
look, great guys. Truly, if anyone in the frat's listening, they really are great guys. Just wasn't for me. Anyways, Zabuza laughs at the notion that he's about to be defeated. Kakashi's technique is but an imitation. It can never defeat the real thing.
I wish the viewers could see those poses you just made, because like they won't get this, but you were just like JoJo right there. You did
Dude, I articulate.
JoJo?
It's a different anime,
Oh.
and this is actually true.
That-
It's
that's a
not
whole other
PBS
podcast
show.
we're
Okay,
doing.
just in case.
JoJo's Bizarre Podcast. Boom.
Boom,
That's a
right
good
there.
podcast.
Every
name.
time
Or
I
it's
ask
not
a
about
question
JoJo.
of what is
It's
something, they say
bizarre.
another anime.
Yeah.
The Zabuza that Kakashi holds hostage dissipates. It was another water clone.
Dissipates.
That's so
good word.
confusing.
I know. That's
See,
my.
dissipates, he just threw that in there.
That's my
Thesaurus.
thesaurism.
Yeah,
But,
dictionary.com dissipates,
when-
kids.
I believe it's this scene. I don't know. I watch these episodes after my long work haul
Right.
around like 3 a.m. and I don't know what my mind was thinking,
You
but
watched this at 3 a.m.?
yeah,
Oh, man.
I wrote down in my notes, Sakura looks so fucking stupid, and I have this photo of her.
Oh yeah. Well,
This is some of the worst animation I've
bro,
ever
but I
seen.
actually have to like hot disagree. Okay, I didn't throw this in yet. Episode 7 is, I think, the worst animation we've seen so far.
I think pacing wise, it's awful.
Yeah,
What?
it's just exposition, but also like fucking the only way the characters move is like it's like a still image and they're just moving them back and forth.
But the
There's-
rowing scene looks so nice. You saw the rower moved. He was.
I don't know, man. But then episode 8, it's like noticeably higher quality
it is
animation.
better,
It's
for sure.
way slicker.
Except for this one single frame of Sakura.
right.
Like Naruto and Sasuke look normal, but for some reason she just went full Sailor Moon. It was so awful.
I gotta chime in for a second.
Yeah.
Now, for you weebs, you might notice, Liam and Raj,
I didn't notice.
you might notice that the animation isn't as good
Uh-huh.
for a 7 versus 8. I didn't
I
notice.
didn't notice.
To me, they were all the same.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. Well, like because anime comes out on a weekly basis, they're pretty much all animated by different teams.
Oh.
So this was probably a higher paid
It
team.
comes down to outsourcing Koreans who get paid 20 cents a day.
I mean, it's
We're
Actually-
tackling hard subjects on this podcast. We already attacked Jeff Bezos,
yeah.
cows in Silent
Talk
Hill.
about being underpaid, man.
Theodore
Amazon employees.
Roosevelt.
Amazon employees.
Hey.
Unless Audible
Audible.
sponsors the podcast.
Audible, you know what to do.
Yeah,
Avatar
I'll
World.
edit it all out. If Audible sponsors the podcast, I'll re-record this podcast over the summer. Just me doing all your voices. And I'll be like, hey, it's me, Emma. I love Amazon.
You cut all of our voice recordings of this session right now.
Just
to
make like a, hey, I am
Naruto and Audible. What more would you want?
That's what they're gonna do to Mr. Potato Head in Toy Story 4.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, too real, but I gotta talk about it.
Are we? Do you think the manga for Naruto is on Audible?
You can listen to the picture book.
I hope not. That's so sad.
I mean, there's dialogue.
If Miley Flanagan read an audiobook of a comic book,
Oh,
I would
God.
still listen to it.
What if they got like a star-studded cast of people who you wouldn't expect, like Steve Buscemi as
Bradley
Naruto,
Cooper, Steve Buscemi as Naruto.
Christopher Walken as Sasuke.
Oh, Christopher Walken. I don't like that guy at all.
Oh.
We're talking
He gives
him
me
now,
serious
too?
creepy vibes, man.
What if Christopher Walken was going to sponsor the podcast?
What if he's a
we love
weeb?
you.
What if he's a weeb low-key?
You never know, man.
Never know.
Fucking Elon Musk is a huge weeb.
He's a huge weeb.
Watch
Elon,
him throw
come
us.
on.
Yeah, bro, give us a Tesla.
Jeff, if you're not gonna come through, Elon's gonna. So
That's
true.
true. Elon, I'm a fan of your simulation theory idea.
But the thing is, Elon's more of he like we're Naruto and stuff. He's
Right.
like Neon
deep cut
Genesis.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he likes to be, because there's like a certain group of people, right, who like watch anime just to be edgy, and that's
yeah.
like the core three. That's you watch Neon Genesis, you watch Steel Experiments Lane, you read Pun, and you
yeah,
hate the world.
sure.
That's how it works.
This is Cartoon Network level shit, my guy.
Yeah,
We're
no,
not- yeah.
Elon has the worst emo boy taste.
He's a hardcore weeb.
He is a weeb. Elon, I love you. Please sponsor us.
The real Zabuza appears behind Kakashi, who narrowly dodges a swipe from the killer's blade, but Zabuza pivots his attack into a kick, sending Kakashi flying. Zabuza races after the Jonin, but is forced to change direction because Kakashi has scattered some caltrops.
Like a car chase. What the fuck?
Yeah, a little bit.
He's like,
Damn it,
"Oh,
my feet will pop.
Dude, they're taking fucking kunais to the chest.
I know,
and
but
the
he can't
spikes on
handle
the
cal-
floor.
He's wearing shoes.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with Spike Floor.
His
Yeah,
sword
it's
is 8 feet tall. He can't handle
Just
fucking
slide on your
They're
sword,
like
dog.
thumbtacks. Literally.
Also, when did Kakashi put that down? He was like, 1?
Yeah.
they're
While he was
ninjas.
while he was
Three.
flying back, he sort of grabbed him out of his purse and was like, bam,
No, I'd like to imagine it's like he's the owl from the Tootsie Roll Pop.
Oh my
and he
God.
slowly
He was
drops
a
him.
1,
While he was
a
being
2,
kicked through the
a
air,
3.
he just counted
He
them.
had a clone do it. Crunch.
Yeah.
Listen, the thing is, during these fights, they always take like 60 minutes just to talk mid-fight.
Yeah,
So,
that's
Yeah.
true. So why not take 60 minutes to
Right, may as
count
well,
your
yeah.
so
caltrops?
literally,
That's true.
when Kakashi got thrown into the air, like every character was like Sakura was like, I can't believe Zabuza did that. Like he kicked Kakashi in the air. And
yeah.
Sakura's like, wow, his immense physical strength.
Nice kick.
During all of that, and Zabuza was listening because he likes to stroke his ego.
That's true.
That's
And
true.
Kakashi was just like he wasn't even in the air anymore. He still he went down to the ground, probably ducked a little, and was like 1, 2. Oh, that one needs to be a little deeper. Like
Oh
pushes
yeah.
it in.
Well, you want it to look nice.
Yeah, and-
Presentation is everything.
I mean, you're on Cartoon Network.
And then, out of honor, respect, he threw himself up in the air.
Yeah,
again.
exactly. Because Kakashi lands, so he was in the air somehow,
Yeah, somehow.
in the nearby water, and finds that it is far denser and heavier than it should be.
This isn't water. It's
God.
semen. It's his semen. We gotta get out.
The sexy jutsu strikes again.
Zabuza leaps next to Kakashi, again, effortlessly standing on the water. That's sort of
Yeah.
interesting.
It's
Yeah.
like
Jesus
Jesus.
right there.
I was gonna say,
Zabuza
yeah.
and Kakashi can just stand on water.
Like
which
Narnia
is
is the
weird.
Bible, so is Naruto.
Well, Kakashi can do it because he's copying.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess
Right.
that's fair.
or he's Jesus.
Or he's Jesus.
Or either or.
Kakashi's pretty chill. He could be Jesus. That'd be cool with that.
Wait, if you rearrange the letters in Jonin, does it spell Jesus?
Yes.
Like, I am Tom Riddle.
Don't think about it too hard. It does.
If you don't think about it, yes. If you rearrange Jonin, it's Jesus.
Yes.
Zabuza unleashes his water prison jutsu, which traps Kakashi in a sphere of chakra-infused water.
Dude, now they're just making up jutsus.
Literally,
Yeah.
they're making up names.
It's
true.
like, oh, what would be convenient right
And
now?
all of Zabuza's
Water prison.
all of Zabuza's jutsus are just water, whatever he's doing,
Yeah.
jutsu.
Also, I'd like to comment, why do they need to shout the name of the jutsu before they do
just
it?
think
Don't they
it.
have
Okay,
hand
okay.
signs for that?
Listen, it's cool. If somebody just stabbed you, that's just getting stabbed. They said,
is stab!
"Cool, I have 1,000 blades stabbing you in your
If
chest."
someone just fingers your asshole, it's weird. But if they say 1,000 years of death,
Oh, and that did happen.
Listen, one's sexual assault and one's a cool ninja move that no one talks about.
That's true.
There's a
But
difference.
when you're in a fight, don't you not want to tell your
Yeah.
opponent what you're about to do?
Which is my main critique when they're flying in the air during the entire fight. Like they always attack Zabuza from the air, and even he goes too easy and smacks the shit
why
out
are
of
you
them.
still jumping, bro?
Stop.
That's true.
But I think it goes towards that hard magic system, like what Harry Potter has, that makes this show so appealing, like on the playground, because you
Yeah,
do
it's
know
true.
the names of the jutsus. They say them over and
That's
over and over.
true.
So you're on the playground, and then you make.
Oh,
the
you mean
little-
literally the
I
playground?
mean, literally, like
Yeah.
when you're a little kid. Yeah, you can be
Yeah.
like fucking water prison jutsu.
Avada Kedavra.
Me
Oh,
and-
or exactly. Yeah, no,
me
it's
and
the
my,
same idea.
well, to Emma, all of us brown people look the same, so we'd always go around there and be like, Shadow Clone Jutsu.
She wouldn't be able to tell.
Would not.
She'd be like,
How'd you do that?
She'd be like every enemy against Naruto. Oh, that's a lot of shadow clones.
Which one's Muhammad? Which one? Look at her laughing at her racism. She's
I
not
know. I
denying
was gonna
it.
jump back into the summary, and I was like, no, we'll let her finish laughing, and then we'll get back to it.
It's so funny.
With Kakashi incapacitated, Zabuza creates a water clone to pursue Tazuna and the kids. Zabuza scoffs at the idea that the Leaf Children are ninja. They don't know what it's like to toe the line of life and death.
Yeah, he says, until you're
Yeah.
in my bingo book, good luck.
Yeah.
being a
Yeah.
ninja.
You ain't shit to do my bingo book,
You
bitch.
ain't shit.
Bingo book bitch. I like that.
I like you turn it into a song.
you're my bingo book bitch.
There's her rap again.
Gotta give her a ukulele, and that could so be like a Patreon thing.
No. Give me a sick beat. I want to rap for
Yeah.
ya.
Emma's a rapper. I told. And we'll,
I forgot.
we'll make one verse just the N-word, and we'll make her say it, guys. Don't worry.
Make her?
She'll say
No,
it.
we'll say, Emma, do not
not
say
say
the
it.
N-word, and she'll say it for a whole verse.
She's like, I got you guys. All right, here
Just
I
give her
go.
a sick beat and she'll do.
Just give her a sick
I'm
beat.
just waiting on the sick beat.
Again obscuring his attacks with mist, the Zabuza clone kicks Naruto back, knocking off his headband and stomping on it. Kakashi yells for the team to escape with Tazuna. They have no hope of beating Zabuza, and the assassin is expending too much energy restraining Kakashi to make his clone pursue them. Sasuke knows that running isn't an option, though. If they leave Kakashi to die, Zabuza will kill them after he kills Kakashi.
He's already lost his entire clan. He can't lose more people.
Oh, Sasuke?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
listen, he said he'd die for me.
Aw.
I guess I'd die for him
And he
too.
thinks he might be part of his family.
Damn. Oh, ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good point.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, that's why Sasuke didn't want to give up on Kakashi so easily. There's so many questions.
There's so many. Oh
I mean,
God.
without thinking about all these things, it still did make sense. I'm like, wow, good for you, Sasuke,
Right,
sticking up
but-
for what you believe in. But now, they're
Damn, that's
it's
I
multifaceted.
have never
See,
thought of that.
I like that, but on the other end, Sakura's a total like absolute piece of shit. She's like, and this is when I realized how like kind of weird the dub sounds because she goes, "We're only Genin. We can't
Oh, yeah.
find Jonin." So why are you
yeah.
saying it like that?
Sharingan as opposed to Sharingan.
So why are you
Genin, or what is it? Genin? How do you actually say it?
I don't know.
I think it's just Genin.
Yeah,
And then she's like, Genin.
Genin.
Jonin.
it's
Like,
Jonin. You don't like calm
Jonin.
down. Except for Miley Flanagan, she does it perfect every time.
Thanks, Miley.
but when like Sasuke and Naruto are like thinking about not like I like how they're like, yeah, we gotta save like Kakashi, and then
Yeah.
Sakura's like, oh, we definitely no, you are gonna do nothing.
This is the same shit where Sakura was like, oh gosh, I can't get the bell, and Sasuke was so close, he might get a bell.
Oh, yeah,
so
she
I
tried
have to
to hold him
convince
back.
him
Yeah.
to not get a bell so we can be together, because I'm not going to try.
Look, I get it. If I was there, I would be like, you know what? That's a great idea. Bridge builder. Let's kick it.
Skedaddle,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if I had ninja powers, I'd be reckless as fuck.
I guess it's.
I would just go. I'd leapfrog in
Fucking
trees.
shadow clone. Go.
Also, Naruto stabbed himself, man. He's not
That
gonna
was
run
badass.
away.
Yeah,
Yeah. Last.
He's not gonna
just
run
thinking
away
about the-
anymore.
That's last week episodes for the listener.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about
Listener
the practical.
Listeners.
Just
It's
Randall.
like for the fan. No. We're calling it a fan base. There's only one fan, but we're calling it a fan base.
I'm thinking about the practical
The
uses for
NaruTalkers.
like
Yeah.
Hashtag.
shadow clone jutsu, and just how like if you were in bed and you want to drink water at 3 a.m., just shadow clone jutsu.
Yeah, they can walk to the
Yeah.
water.
But they're
fountain.
also
get
tired
lead.
as fuck. They're like, "What do you want, asshole?"
Every shadow clone makes a shadow clone until they're just at the water
You get
fountain.
lonely. You get lonely. You just talk to yourself.
Talk to yourself.
Yeah.
I do that anyway.
Make more friends, but
Oh,
keep
I
the
bet
old.
Naruto did that a lot because he didn't have any friends.
No, but he
growing
didn't
up.
know
Talk to
shadow
sexy
clone.
jutsu.
He was trash.
That's true. He didn't know how to make
Like,
clones until episode 1.
Aruka was like, that's pathetic. That's just the
Yeah,
worst.
he made that shitty little anemic clone and he still talked to it. Just couldn't talk back.
Hey.
Oh, it's an anemic clone? Hey, don't make fun of Joshua like that.
Yeah.
Josh
Yeah.
is no longer anemic.
That's
We
true.
can't
Yeah,
have that.
we can roast anemics now.
You're not anemic?
No.
What happened? What were you
No,
doing?
I'm
Joshua-
still deficient.
Joshua was never anemic.
That's
Joshua
not
just
true.
wanted to
No, no,
complain.
no.
That's not true.
Anemics want to be roasted, bro. They're already so cold. They need to
Oh
heat
yeah,
up a
that's
bit.
true.
They need to be roasted.
They need to be
They need a
roasted.
sick burn because they're cold.
I'm still deficient. I'm just not anymore.
I'm in pain. I'm dying. Please stop joking about it.
Needing to save Kakashi, Sasuke runs forward, unleashing a volley of shuriken at Zabuza's clone.
Which looked
Volley
cool as
of
fuck.
shuriken.
Volley of shuriken.
Nice.
Yeah, I try and spice up the
Yeah,
summary a little.
you sound like a scholar.
Yeah.
That's where I knew the animation looked cool as fuck. Because he was like, smooth
This
fuck
episode
going
was
for
slick
it.
animation, yeah. But Zabuza bats them aside with his giant sword. Sasuke leaps in the air, like you were saying, that's all they ever do,
All they ever
to assault him from above. But Zabuza snags him right out of the sky and just tosses him aside.
And this wasn't because of any plan, right? It was just because Sasuke was like, hey,
Yeah, he was
stop
just
that.
he was just
Yeah.
trying to do his thing.
I really didn't expect him to get like grabbed like that. I thought Sasuke
know.
had this whole plan. Then no, he just
No,
got
Zabuza straight
choke
snags
slammed,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking hardcore. Naruto is petrified from the sight of the true power of a Jonin, but he's about to run away, join the Sakura squad of like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, actually, let's dip. But he sees that cut on his hand from the last set of episodes, and he's like, no, I promised I would never back down again.
And then
Yeah.
there's a wild flashback series.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
wrote
that
that in the
was
summary. I
crazy.
didn't bother writing it all down, but it fucking flashes through every episode
That
we've
was just
seen.
kind of sad.
Yeah.
It was sad, it was cool, because
It
we
was a
saw the
powerful
importance of
moment,
the
yeah.
headband and everything, but also,
Yeah.
guys, we're 8 episodes in. We don't need a 5-minute flashback
That's fucking
sequence.
true.
It's true. I was like,
Really
oh wait,
don't.
wasn't that like yesterday?
Like, literally, it's literally been like 5 days in their world. Like, are you serious?
That's true.
But whatever, it's, the headband's
It's
important.
fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah. So Naruto musters up the strength to run right at Zabuza, and even though he repels him easily, it's revealed that Naruto didn't actually want to hurt Zabuza at all.
He just wanted the headband.
Yeah, he wanted his
Oh.
headband back. Because it's, that's what makes him a ninja. So Naruto stands up, ties it around his, forehead, and he's like, bitch, I may not be in your bingo book yet, but remember the name Naruto Uzumaki.
Remember it.
remember it.
Because I'm going to be Hokage, and I never back down. He fucking lays it on him.
Oh gosh, and isn't there the moment where the bridge builder is like, wow,
Yeah.
this kid.
Yeah.
Even Tazuna and Sakura, they're both like, okay, all right, I see
Wait,
you.
the
I
bridge
see
builder's
you.
name is Tazuna?
Tazuna,
Yeah.
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 Missed that. All right.
I've been saying it this whole episode.
I never knew who you meant.
Yes, it is a little confusing. Tazuna and Zabuza.
They're
Yeah,
all,
exactly.
Sakura and Sasuke.
Why did they do this?
It's a little confusing.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, okay, wait, okay.
Okay.
Another literary analysis. Are you ready?
Send it.
You need to start making my own little noise, like the chow thing that you have for,
Right.
for the analysis.
And with
For every
another
time I do a
analysis.
literary
Oh.
analysis. Every time I do a literary analysis, yeah. Okay, so so whenever there are character names that sound similar, like the character names mean something, because if there's both an S, like Sasuke and Sakura,
Yeah.
also with S, it means that the audience is supposed to associate them together.
And they do.
Yes.
Yeah, we all want them to end up
So
together.
maybe you're supposed to associate Tazuna with
The rower.
Zabuza. Well, they are in the same story arc.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
all right,
that's true.
that's the literary analysis.
But it makes it
reason for you.
confusing.
You
So.
can't say
Does.
Gato. You go Gato Transportation. It's like Doug Dimmadome, the owner of the Dimsdale. You don't say Doug Dimmadome. It's,
Yeah, you don't just say Doug
no,
Dimmadome.
it's Doug Dimmadome, owner of the
see,
Dimsdale
Doug
Dimmadome.
But in case you were curious as to why would they make that so fucking confusing, it's all for literary analysis.
I like how just a
Assume
minute
genius.
ago, Emma
Assume
knew
genius.
none of this.
No, I know.
Like, this is on the spot, like, analysis.
That's true. These aren't my notes or anything.
this
It's
is
just like,
great.
hey guys.
I'm loving
She's
it.
acting like she's, like, has a PhD in Naruto.
I'm not-
PhD in Naruto.
Can you get that?
Yeah. Hello, Dr. English. Oh, are you a medical literary doctor? No. He does the hand signs. I'm a professor of Naruto.
Is there a doctor on this plane? Yes. Now, if you need like some jutsu like signs, I could show you. Like I could
Do
probably
you need a water person?
We need a doctor. Do you need a headband?
Or maybe a sexy jutsu.
ramen. You need. I have that.
Oh, ramen, you say? Well, Zabuza doesn't buy Naruto's tough talk, and Kakashi keeps pleading. He's like, guys, get out of here. The goal of the mission is to keep Tazuna safe. You need to leave. Zabuza, incredulous as ever, discloses that by Naruto's age, he'd already killed, like, tons of ninjas.
When I was 13, I was fucking 14. Fuck you, loser.
Yeah, really. When I was 12, I was already an adult.
I had a social security number, a 401k, and a condo. What are you doing,
Well,
bitch?
you did have a social security number.
That's true, everybody has this, but whatever. Kakashi elaborates, explaining that when Zabuza was young, the village hidden in the mist, once known as the Blood Mist Village, had a far darker
Sounds
graduation exam than the Leaf. It does sound
Is there a
cooler.
Crypt Mist Village? Is that?
The Blood Mist Village and the Crypt Mist Village.
That's true.
The true ninja rivalry.
Listen, they're already selling drugs in this ninja world. There's a lot we don't know.
That's
That's
true.
true.
There are gangs,
Yeah.
There's an
alright?
underworld.
Watch out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's the whole world is not the hidden villages, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not all ninja. There's just people doing drugs.
Just gangs.
Yeah.
Just gangs walking around being gangs.
Yeah.
Rep your set, Kunai. Village of the Leaves. What you got?
Hold up a bowl of ramen.
Ah, shit, we can't fuck with him. He's too cool.
Yeah.
You're in my bingo book, bitch.
Bingo book bitch.
Yeah, that's what they call them. So it's like homie, you know? But it's like, yo,
You're my bingo book bitch.
you're my bingo book, bitch. I got you, BBB.
Triple B was popping.
Triple B. The exam in the past forced students to duel to the death, but 10 years ago, Zabuza forced reform because he approached the graduating class without even enrolling in the academy and slaughtered every last ninja without hesitation.
All the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
he was a kid too.
They didn't want to let Naruto graduate, but they're letting this fucking not even a student
Well,
graduate.
he was the only one. You fucking need somebody to carry on the generation,
Well,
and he's the only one alive.
No, you don't. Listen,
It's
if
a
you,
good way to become valedictorian.
I mean, I guess if you were to kill every other student,
Make it so you're the only kid there.
when you
That
have
was
no
Zabuza's
options,
And then you can just shadow clone all your friends.
this, oh my god.
Or water clone.
Water
in
clone.
Zabuza's
Water
case,
clone,
right.
I guess, yeah.
Reveling in this memory,
Wow.
Zabuza lunges into an attack, punching Sasuke up and slamming him down with his elbow before stepping on him and preparing to finish him off.
That was hardcore as fuck.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
Who's on the
like
ground?
Sasuke. Remember?
Sasuke's on the
Zabuza
ground.
steps
the
on him.
people's
Right,
elbow
oh my
right
God.
on
Yeah. Naruto, to protect Sasuke, unleashes his shadow clones, and they all pile on Zabuza and force him away from Sasuke. The Jonin manages to destroy every clone, but Naruto has a plan.
The music
Yes.
slaps in this
Oh,
scene,
yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
so good.
The fight music is fucking great.
Yeah.
Fucking
And is
amazing.
this the scene where Sakura's like, oh, I'm feeling something tingly in my cheeks for Naruto?
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
Naruto fucking steps it up.
Yeah.
While he's sliding back from an attack from Zabuza, Naruto tosses a massive folded shuriken to Sasuke. And as soon as Sasuke catches it, we don't know what's going on, but there's like, Sasuke has a moment, and he's like, oh, there's a plan here.
Yeah, and he says that out loud.
Right,
too.
as soon as he catches it, he's like, oh, I get it. So Sasuke unfolds the weapon and launches the Demon Wind Shuriken. That's what this giant one is called.
Mm-hmm.
And he throws it, but not at Zabuza's clone. He throws it at the real one.
Which, why would you fight anything else, you know?
Right, well,
You
because
would
they
know.
couldn't reach him. Right,
Well,
but
yeah.
This is the part where like because he yells Shadow Shuriken Jutsu.
Yeah.
They're making up things.
It's
at
like,
this
Yeah.
bro, that's not a jutsu. You're throwing
Like,
something.
That's
literally
true.
throwing
But
something.
jutsu makes it sound cool.
That's-
Like,
it does make sense.
Naruto threw that like giant shuriken. I thought it was gonna be like the coolest fucking thing ever. Like
Yeah.
he was gonna like throw out the nine tails or something, but no, it's just a shuriken.
Yeah, just a shuriken. But, you know, if you throw jutsu at the end, it sounds like it's cool.
It
That's
does
true.
sound cool.
And everybody assumes that you know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Playing with knives.
like if I was like knocking on the door jutsu, going to the bathroom jutsu,
Yeah.
like, it does sound cooler.
That
what
was
Naruto
yeah,
must be doing
Naruto
when he
in the
was
second
shitting.
episode. Yeah. I'm sorry, Sakura, I have to go do a jutsu.
My shitting jutsu.
Well, the real Zabuza lazily catches the Wind Shuriken. He doesn't even fucking think about it. But it's revealed that, yes, the Shadow Shuriken Jutsu, turns out it wasn't just throwing something. There was also a second Shuriken hidden in the shadow of the first one, and it really looks like it's gonna hit Zabuza because he has one hand keeping the Kakashi's prison. It's maintaining
water
the water
prison.
Right, exactly.
Don't disrespect. It's the water prison.
Come on, bro. Oh, there's a water prison.
Come on, Triple B.
Come on, Triple B.
And the other hand's holding the first shuriken, and it really looks like it's gonna hit him, but Zabuza just leaps right over it, and the shuriken flies behind him. So it looks like that's it. But that second shuriken, once it's behind Zabuza, transforms into Naruto.
And we see this 3 times.
Right. Well.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool though.
Like a sports replay, just boom, boom, boom.
Like when he transforms, it's like Which is actually it's interesting. Kishimoto, the guy who wrote the manga, he really was inspired by Bruce Lee movies and like the impact of hits. And in those movies, whenever a punch landed, they would show it like a bunch of times. And something that puts his manga apart from other ones is that every hard hit, he usually has multiple panels showing it from different angles.
Really?
To sort of emphasize. Yeah. So the show's recreating that sort of visual.
Now let's analyze why.
Well, because it makes it more hard.
No, I'm
That's
teasing.
really
That's cool.
that like, because a lot of the like media I follow, like the people who take inspiration from like Japanese and Chinese and Asian films in general, usually go like Max Payne took inspiration from like John Woo films with like all the gunplay and stuff, but to see like fucking martial arts like Bruce Lee shit is awesome. Because the only thing up to this point before Naruto was like Fist of the North Star,
right,
because that's all just hand to hand.
This is
shit.
it's pretty hardcore. So the shuriken that Naruto threw to Sasuke was Naruto transformed into a shuriken, which is why when Sasuke caught it, he was like, "Oh, this is a boy, not a tool."
This is a boy.
This shuriken definitely has a penis. I can just feel it.
They've tricked me into sexual assault.
Fuck, Naruto canceled me.
And that's how I die.
Cancellation.
Move on to the next episode.
Cancellation jutsu. It summons your old Twitter feed. That's so fucking funny. Well, Naruto transforms from the shuriken and launches a kunai at Zabuza's back. And that's how episode 8 ends. It's like, oh shit, he's gonna get fucked.
These cliffhangers slap.
Yeah, for real. They're really ending him with a punch.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so episode 9, with no other option to stop Naruto's surprise attack, Zabuza has to release the water prison jutsu to get out of the way of the kunai, but he still cops a pretty nasty cut beneath his eye. And he also has to, while he's distracted, the water clone that he made sort of falls apart because he's not concentrating on it. Furious, Zabuza prepares to impale Naruto with that giant shuriken that he had caught, but Kakashi's back, my guy. He stops it with his bare hand.
That was badass.
Yeah, so cool.
I was considering bringing it here, but I was like, it's a podcast, so it won't mean anything. But
his kunai collection.
the panel in the manga, it's like a full page spread of Kakashi slamming it and his blood's dripping down, and it's really incredibly drawn.
Yeah, just punch the knife, dude.
Yeah, and it's a powerful visual. Kakashi being like, bam, no way, man, this is my student.
Dude, quick thought. If we were to hit like $10,000 on the Patreon, you want to get like a replica of the giant shuriken and try to play frisbee?
With like, wait, is the replica a blade still?
Blades.
No.
We'll think about it.
We can
So
try.
the money would be for
Also,
the...
in what world are you just making $10,000 to cash in, just to pocket?
Yeah, we gotta pay for college.
Yeah, and Avatar World, my guy.
Whoa, no.
Keep your priorities in line,
listen,
Raj.
listen.
It's about Avatar World and nothing but
Hey.
blue people.
Listen.
Blue people.
All I'm saying is, if this podcast goes up, I'm dropping out of college.
Yeah.
I don't need this shit no more. Because the end goal of college is to get to your career, get somewhere stable financially.
This is
Is
your
this
career.
all you
Your
do?
career is NaruTalker.
Listen, I'm a psych major, right? I'm not going anywhere in life.
You can use your psych degree to fucking analyze the Naruto characters.
Exactly, which is why when this goes up, I'm going up from college.
There it is.
I'm
Are
gone.
you only going to school to get to a strong financial place? What about passion? What about drive?
Well,
You
Making
act
the
like
world
we're
a
not
better
passionate
place.
about anime, Emma.
Come on.
God.
Us and all the other triple B's out there want to hear this.
That's right. Hashtag triple B.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Triple B. Hashtag
Screw
Triple B.
Narutalkers. Or don't screw Narutalkers. Liam just gave me a
Well,
death
screw
stare.
Narutalkers as in have sex with them, because if they watch Naruto,
Yeah,
they definitely have
because they're
sex.
badass and sexy people.
And listen, the headband stays on during sex.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Up top, bro.
Headband during sex. Woo! How else am I gonna focus my chakra?
Yeah, I need to be a real ninja. And, Naruto looks so fucking dumb with the headband off.
Oh yeah, with it off. I was gonna say with it on. I don't
And I feel
so.
like, Liam, if you start wearing the headband all the
Yeah.
time, after a while it'll just seem out of place when we see you without it.
That's a
Like
nightmare.
when you used to wear bandanas.
Stop, don't talk about that. If anyone listening went to my high school during sophomore year, you know exactly what Joshua means. I wore a headband every day to school. Not a Naruto one, but a fucking bandana. I don't know why.
When you say
Different
headband,
colors.
everybody thinks like over your head. This was one that covered your
Yeah, no,
forehead.
it was like a ninja headband, but it was
Yeah.
just a bandana.
I love it so much.
Oh, it's because, look, my ears stick out a little bit, and I'm really self-conscious about it, so I use the bandana to tie them back.
Not even a fashion choice. You just hated your ears.
It's true.
You're like Raj with the double jointed arms. Like if anybody can love to learn
Or
to
Sakura
love
with
the
her
ears.
forehead. Yeah, exactly.
But you had a different color from your outfit, I understand.
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't want my bandana to not go with my outfit, obviously. Look, I was a lunatic, but not a fashionless lunatic.
You had style.
Oh, you have to release the photos.
Yeah. Oh, Patreon.
Patreon can. Oh God.
Maybe not
$4.
Patreon.
Give us $4.
Yeah, at
I'll give you
the
photos.
$4 tier is gonna be. You can see me in my fucking bandana in sophomore year.
Can't wait.
Kakashi commends Naruto's excellent planning and use of clones as a distraction while transforming into the Shuriken, and then fucking we see a slow motion recap while Naruto painstakingly explains his plan.
Yeah, what's up with this? Okay, the show needs to learn how to have the audience get it
Well-
and not have to explain it 20
Yeah.
seconds.
I wrote in the outline because this is a show for children, don't forget. Like, this was the moment where I was like, because they did reanimate some of it and they really showed it all in slow motion. I was like, all right, I guess if I was 6, I would be like, oh, wow.
No, the only cool part was when Sasuke turns around, because as the shuriken, the both of them are flying, it looks so stupid.
Yeah.
Like the shuriken's hidden in the shadow of the other it's just two shurikens
No,
flying.
we get it. He threw two things. It's really not that complicated.
Not at all.
Well,
Sasuke warns Naruto not to get too big of a head, and Tazuna calls it a fluke, but Sakura recognizes that despite their differences, Naruto's plan and the execution thereof was like flawless teamwork, and it really shows that both Sasuke and Naruto are growing.
okay, Sakura, I gotta say, is basically just the narrator of this episode.
Yeah.
She's done nothing. She's just commenting
Does she
on
ever
what
really do
happens
anything?
to others.
Technically, she's guarding the bridge builder.
I don't
What is she
believe
gonna
it.
do?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
In my notes at 3 a.m. I wrote, Sakura has done
3 a.m.
fucking nothing. All 3 episodes I haven't even finished episode 9. I just know she won't
Yeah,
do anything.
but at least she's being less of a bitch.
That's true.
Yeah, her forehead's
Yeah.
still big.
It
But
was-
Honestly, like, okay, yes, half her lines are Sasuke, but at
And
least she
Cha.
has fewer lines.
That's
But,
true.
Okay.
I don't know. It makes me feel kind of good when she's like, "Oh shit, Naruto."
this is what keeps happening. The more we talk about how much we hate her, we end up falling in love with her. I hate
I
this.
feel like the bridge builder could say all these things.
But the
though,
bridge
right?
builder's like, "Oh, it's a fluke," but Sakura knows because she's seen them since the academy.
Yeah, that's true.
Who
And
cares
she's like,
what some boomer has to say?
"Yeah, nobody
okay?
cares about Tazuna. Fucking
Tajima
Taj your bridge and shut up."
fucking tzatziki sauce. Fucking who are you?
Hey, that's the trust buster, all right? That's,
That's
Teddy
true.
fucking Roosevelt. Show some goddamn respect.
What do you want, the Gatos of the world to run everything, Raj?
You mean Gato of Gato Transportation?
some
Drug
fucking
seller
respect.
extraordinaire? Wait, by that logic, do you think, like, fucking Pablo Escobar could be like a ninja?
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love
There's
Pablo
definitely like
Escobar.
underground ninja cartels.
Well, okay, I don't love
Pause,
Pablo.
how
Wait.
the...
Wait. I'm sorry. You love Pablo
I don't
Escobar?
love Pablo Escobar.
sense.
I love. Okay, there's
idea?
this show called Narcos.
Okay, so
It's
you
a
love
great
Narcos.
show.
So you love
on
Narcos.
Netflix. I really like the depiction of him
I love Narcos
in
too.
Narcos.
Okay, yeah,
I think he's a
great.
very interesting character.
On
it's smart to backpedal.
on
you're right.
Netflix, the description of Narcos and Naruto got switched briefly.
Really?
So it was like
Really?
Naruto and underground
Cartel
cartel.
drug leader. who-
Wait, they for real got switched.
Yes,
Yeah.
for real.
That's
It's
funny.
That's
so
awesome.
Which honestly, these first couple episodes kind of fits.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I mean,
just
we're
Gacho's
already
story.
drug dealing, and there was a gun. There was a gunshot, at least, so we know the guns exist in the
Yeah.
universe.
Yeah.
I mean, but being a nerd who's recording a Naruto podcast, I do get what Emma's saying, that like the Narcos lifestyle is cool. Like same thing with like playing the video game Payday. I always think about just wearing a suit,
Yeah.
donning a clown mask, and going ape shit with guns.
Yeah.
NSA man, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just saying it's a wild
Yeah, it's,
fantasy.
like, it's the
I
power
have.
fantasy. Yeah, except
It's
instead
the
of a
power
clown mask,
fantasy.
it's a
headband.
it's a ninja headband. Yeah, exactly. After Sakura recognizes how good their teamwork is, she and Sasuke step in front of Tazuna to protect him because now that Kakashi's free, there's gonna be a fucking fight.
What's Sakura gonna do?
Well, Sasuke's there with her.
Talk his ear off to death?
Sasuke!
Narrate the battle until Zabuza falls asleep.
Zabuza, you can't kill me. You can only hit so much forehead. Listen.
Zabuza, wait, let me describe your outfit in painstaking detail.
Zabuza, what do you think about my forehead? Do you think it's kissable? Like, would you kiss my forehead if you weren't
On a scale
going to
of
kill
1
me?
to 10, how kissable is my forehead?
Kakashi warns Zabuza that the same trick won't work twice, and in his anger, Zabuza tosses aside that giant shuriken. So it's Kakashi versus Zabuza. They leap apart and they land a little further back in the water. They're both standing on it. It's like a fucking, showdown.
That shuriken def killed someone.
Oh yeah,
in
like
the
flew
distance,
off it.
Yeah.
Oh, it probably hit that bunny. The bunny was like, "Ooh, that was a close call."
Oh no! What if you think it's the rower? Because like Zabuza, Zabuza's been tracking these guys. He knows the rower helped them. He wants them dead.
Throws it to him.
The rower's the number, like Kakashi's number 3 or 4 in the bingo book, but rower's
Throwing
number
along.
1.
Yes, they were hiding in the mist, but Zabuza is the mist, alright?
yeah.
Oh.
He was running along. He's like, jugular vein, fucking the heart, and the oar of the rower.
I just imagine him running side by side with the boat, but in the mist, going jugular vein, heart. Just
barely
Or
getting
is
up.
it right?
It's the same thing I do when somebody tells me to remember a string of numbers. It's like, okay, 5, 4, 6, and I keep going to myself, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 6.
Oh
5, 4,
yeah,
6.
and for Zabuza, it's lethal parts to hit with a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know when he said 8 points, I was like, for Gryffindor? Like, what does he mean?
It's Harry Potter
Zabuza.
again.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Zabuza has to he's on like a self-care program. For every kill, he has to be like, all right, Zabuza, that's 8 points. You've just earned yourself a latte.
I mean, it's interesting because it's similar in Harry Potter. Remember that one scene where him and Ron are in the bathroom and in the stall they hear jugular vein, ocular vein.
Just like that. I mean, I miss it every
Harry
time,
Potter
but I
and the
believe you.
school shooter.
Oh my god!
Oh, no.
The school
Cancel.
stabber, bro. He's a fucking 12-inch fucking.
That's
You're gonna get canceled for
Silent
that.
death.
With Kakashi and Zabuza separated, Zabuza initiates a complicated jutsu, utilizing a menagerie of complex hand signs, but Kakashi perfectly mimics the movements using his Sharingan.
This is two
my
deaf kids
gosh.
arguing right here.
This was the fucking worst. I wrote in caps, what the fuck is up with the sign language?
Yeah, that was
Oh,
weird.
yeah,
They start
they do, and
speaking
they list it out
Japanese,
loud.
It goes
Yeah.
crazy.
And again, with other people listening to me watching Naruto
Right.
in the room, all I heard was hoo ha he ha hoo ha he ha
Tori
hoo ha
only
he ha.
knows.
Yeah.
It went from, because with Emma, like what I imagine is it went from like her watching a cartoon to her watching anime, which solidified her as a weeb.
Yeah.
That is what happened to you
No,
and
do
your
I now have
peers.
like weeb over my forehead? Screw getting fuck the man written on my forehead. I want weeb
Oh,
and tattooing.
For context, Emma's gonna go get a fuck the man forehead face tat.
Yeah.
As soon as we
As
finish
soon as
this
podcast
recording.
Actually, yeah, originally I was thinking about shaving my head and then writing "fuck the man" right on
Oh,
like
yeah.
the buzzed head. I think a forehead's a much better way to
Yeah,
get it.
it's more of a statement.
Right, and
Yeah.
I was also thinking about like teardrops coming down my eye, but instead of
That's
a
something
teardrop,
else.
No, that.
well, but yes,
Naruto
I know, but instead of a teardrop, yeah, a Naruto symbol or a skull.
Oh, and you could get the Uzumaki.
Alternatively,
down
a
here for
Oh yeah. That little twisty thing. Yeah.
So fuck the man, weeb skull.
Well, after they finish their fucking hand signs, the two simultaneously launch the water dragon jutsu.
There's another one.
Another just water, what it is,
Yeah.
jutsu at the end. Yeah.
I mean, but this one's cool.
It is pretty badass. Two giant water dragons sort of launch at each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
Although, since they're both launched at the same time, they kind of negate each other.
Which freaks out Zabuza.
Yeah.
It's like the same time. How is
Yeah.
he doing it?
And I
What
think
was that?
there's a line that Sakura says at one point where they say like water dragon or some water jutsu, and then she says, "What are they doing?" But I really thought it would have been so much funnier if
She
they went,
said,
What are they doing?
Imagine if Sakura was like a pun queen.
And it just zooms at her. It's like,
would-
what are they
Yeah,
doing?
like in episode 7 when Tazuno was like, "Oh, it worked," and he looked at the camera after he guilt tripped
Yeah.
him. If Sakura looked at the camera, she was like, "What are they doing?"
then I'd be a lot more invested in her character.
Yeah.
Throwing back to episode 7, I would love if we just watched it back and when they're rowing, you could just see footprints moving on the water.
And it's
That'd be
Zabuza.
Zabuza is just like mumbling to himself, fucking veins, hearts.
Or
8 points for Gryffindor.
Points for Gryffindor.
Oh, yeah, I'm really getting in your 10,000 steps, Zabuza. That's another 8 points.
another lot.
Zabuza's a fitness freak outside of the ninja battles.
I love that headcanon that Zabuza, he's giving himself points for everything he does.
He has a bingo book, man. He keeps score shit.
He's like, oh, a muffin, that's -5 points. I'm gonna have to kill 3 genin today.
That is how he would do it.
I'll add it to the fan fiction, you guys.
Yeah.
Zabuza's Weight Watcher program. That's all. Oh, he's on a diet. That's why he bandaged up his mouth so that he doesn't eat all the time.
Hasn't heard soccer. Dude, that's why he hasn't heard soccer. Cause she's also on a diet.
Yeah. She's on his diet plan.
Oh my god, he made Weight Watchers.
Dude, that's how he makes his money, other than obviously assassination.
Weird head kid.
But yeah, he's got like a little fitness plan.
I'm imagining him wearing a cute little pink apron, and he's like, "Hey, ladies, you want to lose 5 pounds? Get with me. So here's what you do: you run on the water for about 10,000 miles.
Those doing all those hand signs, that's gotta burn a couple calories.
It has to. Flying in the air and getting stabbed so often.
yeah.
It has to. If you climb trees.
That's true. He did climb some
He
trees.
did climb trees.
And he was
Some
throwing
water
that thing.
foliage,
Yeah, that's like a
actually.
shot put right there.
Wait, sorry, water foliage.
Yeah.
Alright, don't.
Listen.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
you gotta
little
keep it out.
face.
And the thing is, you know how like how Nathan For You did that whole like Amazon thing where they kind of scam people
Nathan
into
For You
losing
is a television show.
weight? Basically,
Just in case anybody missed that, I didn't know what
It's
it
a
was
great
until a
show.
couple weeks
I'm not
ago.
the biggest fitness freak, but I know about like water weight and stuff. And he's like he like it's like snake oil. He's like telling you can lose the water weight
right.
because like he has water clones.
Oh yeah.
So he just teaches you how to do water clone jutsu.
It's
true.
It's kind of like Zumba. He sends like DVDs that you like
Except
watch.
it's like assassination sauce.
Yeah, because he also, remember, this guy fucking murdered everybody already.
Yeah.
But you know, you're running around,
Just
people are
imagine
running
him.
away, and you're running
Maybe
He
after
has
him.
Like
the
he's got-
headband and he's jumping up and down. He's
That's his headband's actually a sweatband.
But maybe that's why he's got all those self-confidence issues, because he killed all those kids at a real
my
early
God,
age.
Yeah, and all of his friends were shadow clones, and they didn't compliment him very much.
I love the Zabuza fitness freak headcanon.
This is a strange tangent that we've gone on.
But it's realistic. I can see him doing it in his free time.
I mean, he can't always be trying to kill someone, you know?
You know, he had a couch. He's definitely
That's
doing
true.
shit.
Gato only came to the Land of the Waves a year ago. He must
Yeah.
be doing
True.
something.
Besides polishing that giant blade.
That's got to take a long time.
He's like,
too.
listen,
Yeah.
look, I can take over the drug smuggling and the real estate business, but fitness? Yeah, that's all
and
you.
You have to be my personal trainer.
Yeah, you gotta help me.
That's true.
While Squad 7 and Tazuna react to the fallout of the dragons hitting each other, Zabuza and Kakashi, they're already fucking in close quarters combat. Kakashi has a kunai, and Zabuza has his giant sword, and they're already going at it.
Yeah.
You have to imagine the strength both of them have, because Zabuza using the sword, and then Kakashi using a
Exactly. I was gonna say,
4-inch
forget
blade?
Zabuza. He's got a fucking massive sword, obviously, and obviously he's on that fitness plan.
he's ripped.
He's in good shape, yeah. But Kakashi's
he's
holding it
holding
up
his
with a
own.
knife.
Yeah, that's
That
bad
was
shit.
fucking
That's cool.
ridiculous. Zabuza begins to panic while they're fighting because Kakashi, it's like you were saying, Raj, he didn't just replicate and comprehend the jutsu, it really seemed like he predicted it because he was able to launch it simultaneously. That's starting to fuck with him a little bit. So, once again, the two Jonin leap apart, and Zabuza prepares to launch another jutsu, but Kakashi again mirrors him perfectly. And at this point, Zabuza really starts to psych himself into thinking that Kakashi's Sharingan can, like, see the future and read his mind. And then, just as Zabuza is starting to really freak out, Kakashi starts finishing his sentences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We finish each other's sandwiches. That's what I was gonna say.
Copyright.
I've never met someone who kills so much like me. Yeah.
That's funny. I like
Well,
that one.
Kakashi's on the same fitness plan. That's why they both got their
true,
mouth
sure.
covered to stop them from snacking.
Oh, fuck.
This is making more and more sense the more we talk about it.
I love this. The village hidden in the Weight Watchers. Like, there's this whole, like, secret diet program.
We should talk to Miley Flanagan about this. See if this is like a
Is this
Is this
Under
something they
table thing.
discussed in like back behind the scenes? You know, Miley?
This is how everyone in the cast stay in shape. They stayed on this
They're on
little
the
diet.
same
Yeah.
plan.
It's so fucking
They
dumb.
also killed each other. Miley Flanagan killed every other Naruto voice actor who auditioned. That's why she got the role.
Oh,
It's just like Zabuza.
I really hope, I don't hope, but I really hope that the Zabuza voice actor killed all the other people who auditioned.
Look, that'd be.
That's dedication
And they
to
were
the
like,
role.
we would arrest you, but we don't really have any other options.
Yeah. Just like Zabuza. You know what? You gotta be valedictorian somehow.
It's gotta happen.
yeah, man.
Zabuza starts to see like a ghostly image of himself behind Kakashi, and at this point he's in a straight up fucking panic, and suddenly Kakashi's Sharingan starts to spin, and he launches Zabuza's jutsu back at him before Zabuza's even made the hand signs. Like, he hasn't just not done the jutsu, he hasn't even started.
This is like you've been bringing up previously, but this is where I realized this show's a cartoon because he's like in the vortex and he freaks out.
Oh,
he's like,
yeah.
He's like, I was gonna create the vortex first, but he did it somehow.
Yes, yeah. Well,
That's true.
Kakashi launches the water vortex jutsu
Yeah.
again, water, what it is, jutsu. And Zabuza's washed away and Naruto's washed ashore.
Like a beached whale. It was wacky.
Well, they show him floating in the water, and he's like, curses, foiled again!
Oh, his semen is so thick. God.
Humbug.
Pushed against a tree by the water, Kakashi impales Zabuza with 3 kunai before jumping onto a branch above him as the water recedes back into the lake or river,
Whatever body of water we're in.
Right. Zabuza demands to know, can Kakashi see the future? And Kakashi's like, yeah, bitch, and this is your last battle ever. Which is fucking cold.
That was pretty
blooded.
fucking cool, yeah.
Suddenly, 2 acupuncture needles fly through the air and impale Zabuza through the neck.
Yeah.
Fired by a mysterious masked ninja in an adjacent tree.
Right, who we kept seeing little images
Yeah.
of, like little...
Yeah, we saw them approaching.
But you never saw anything higher than the neck, which
Yeah.
is something this show does all the time. Like
Well,
they
it's
did
for
that
the
to
reveal.
Well, but they did that to Naruto at one point. You just saw his neck. It's very odd.
He has a nice looking neck. What's your deal?
Yeah,
Stop
come
knocking
on,
the
come
guy's
on.
neck. Come on.
You jamook.
He's got that nice, the white frill of his little costume. You gotta show it off a little bit. He's got a nice jacket.
Listen, people put time into that costume.
That's true. The animators did hard work.
And we talked so much last week about what the costumes mean.
Yeah.
You know? The mysterious masked ninja congratulates Kakashi for his prescience, like his ability to be like, oh, yes, Zabuza really is going to die. The masked ninja's like, that's damn straight, bitch. Kakashi jumps down from the tree to check Zabuza's vitals, and yeah, sure enough, it looks like Zabuza's dead. The masked ninja thanks Kakashi for the opportunity to kill Zabuza, as they've been tracking him for a long time. Based on the ninja's mask, Kakashi ascertains that this is a tracker from the village hidden in the mist.
Ascertain.
Thesaurus word.
Yes, the thesaurus word. Well, if you guys let me read the summary for long enough, it's...
Alright, go ahead, sorry.
No, I'm going to start, like, reading it word for word, and then it's like, then I really do. You hear this thesaurus, you know?
Oh, but you sound so intelligent. You really bring us weebs
yeah.
up a notch.
You are like...
Us weebs?
Okay, wait. Allie? I think enough time has gone by.
Whoa, wait, don't hit her with this until episode 7. And then she'll be like, oh.
Just
Are you coming out as a weeb?
No, just be ready, because I think it's a plague and it's coming for us. It's a flu, it's contagious.
But the thing is, like, when it comes to, like, weebs and stuff, I'm on Twitter a lot, so usually you see only anime profiles, and that's, like, the lowest form of Twitter opinion ever.
yeah.
But then some of these dudes are so fucking jacked in real life that they become, like, who people, like, come to think of when they think anime.
Everybody at the gym has, like, Naruto tattoos or a Dragon Ball t-shirt or something.
Really?
Like, yeah. People
You wouldn't know.
love anime.
Because a lot of people in the gym are people of color, and you're racist, okay?
But seriously, this shit slaps. Like,
Naruto hit in the hood. Listen, he's hard.
yeah. But yeah, this stuff is I think it's more ubiquitous than like you give it credit for.
Yeah.
Ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous.
That he wasn't even
That's
reading from
it.
the outline.
So smart!
Naruto prepares to battle the tracker immediately, and then Sakura destroys him.
Oh my gosh, I wrote that
I
down.
texted our group
Yeah.
chat. I was like, fuck, I thought there would be no roasts in this episode, but no.
She goes, try
give no
coming to
context.
class sometime,
Yeah.
Naruto.
Yeah.
Wait, there was another roast before. It was when Naruto was doing his dumbass speech about his headband to Zabuza, he's like, "Hey, you no-eyebrowed freak," and Zabuza looks so hurt because
that's
you know what? As you said, he's
He
insecure.
diets, he exercises, but he can't grow eyebrows. He draws them on, but the mist washes them
And
off.
he can only cover so much of his face before you can't
You
recognize
can,
him.
you can fix your weight. You
Yeah.
can work on your skills with your sword, but you just can't fix your
You
your
can't just
eyebrows.
grow eyebrows.
You just
Yeah.
can't.
And that guy, he's pretty
Zabuza.
jacked. He's been showing off
Get
some
Rogan.
chest.
Yeah, listen.
Why can't you just comment on his chest?
Come on, just say you
Your
look
pecs
nice.
look
I know,
like
he
good
doesn't have to
today,
say
you-
no eyebrow freak. He can be like, oh, thick-chested, muscular freak.
Beautiful, handsome,
That doesn't hit as hard.
amazing. I would kiss you, but if I wasn't engaged with Sasuke already,
Oh,
goddamn.
you beautiful, clearly working out, and you deserve all the points you give yourself, freak.
Well, just if you're going out there already, just drop the freak part.
Why am I
You
fighting you? I
handsome
don't know.
idol of mine.
And maybe then they wouldn't fight. Maybe
wouldn't.
Zabuza would be
Yeah.
like, you know what? Forget Gato. He gave me money, but he never gave me self-confidence.
And that's the most important thing of all.
Naruto, you've helped me learn to love myself.
It's really about the friends you made along the way.
But I do think that Sakura's roast is next
Hardcore.
Because he's like, oh, we have to take down the track, and she's like, bitch, you don't know what that is because you don't go to class. Like, it's...
But it's not even that she's yelling at him. She just like sneaks it in there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
try coming to class.
Listen,
dude.
I wouldn't go
I
to
was
class
in
either
awe.
if
I
I
know.
got bullied by every single person. Not
That's
in
true.
class, but in my town.
But still, look, A roast is a roast.
A
And
roast
she
is a
roasted him
roast,
hard.
and she.
Yeah.
Listen, Nickelodeon slime should have fell on his head as
Yeah,
that
for,
happened.
if this wasn't on Cartoon Network, my boy would have gotten slimed.
For sure.
Sakura goes on to explain that trackers are specially trained ninja who search out rogue ninja who have like abandoned their village to destroy their bodies because their bodies and minds hold the secrets of
Just
the
use
of jutsu and
context
stuff.
clues, buddy.
Yeah,
Just-
I know it's
come
called
on,
a
Naruto.
tracker ninja.
Yeah,
Like,
what'd
you
you
can figure
expect
that
to do? Fucking.
look, Naruto's clever. He had a nice plan. He's hardworking. He's just not that smart.
But the kid's tired. You know, he's had a long day.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
No,
all tuckered up.
no.
Aw,
he's a
Because
little
during
tuckered
the
boy.
entire fight, it was he lost his headband once and he became a shuriken. Sasuke got a fucking elbow that made him bleed. Like that crushed his internal organs.
And yet
Yeah.
Sakura, who didn't do anything, has the nerve to be like, "You never went to class."
That's
Like-
fucking true.
like, come on now, low blow.
This is the worst we've thought of Sakura.
For sure.
Yeah, she's really taken a dive this episode. Naruto he's not really calmed down by Sakura's explanation of what a tracker ninja is, because Naruto's kind of furious that Zabuza was taken out just like so unceremoniously, so quickly.
Yeah, he hated that. He was punching the ground.
Yeah, and also, all of a sudden, he's painfully aware of like how weak he really is compared to the larger world.
Yeah.
I think besides that emotional aspect of thinking how weak he is, I personally thought it was an awful annoying scene because he's like, "What the fuck do you mean he's just dead?" Like, oh, we were
That's true.
Like Sasuke's crying in the corner over there, and Sakura's standing there with her huge fucking forehead
And he's just gone.
and just gone.
But
Like, and the
it is-
sad guitar.
It's a little powerful. He realizes for the first time that like the ninja world's a lot bigger than his village.
Yeah.
And there are people. Well, Kakashi comes over and he admits, as difficult as it might be, Naruto needs to accept the reality that there are people in this world a lot younger than Naruto and a lot stronger than Kakashi.
Yeah.
Like, there's some fucking 7-year-olds who can whoop ass.
That person with the mask does not look 12. That is
Oh
bullshit.
yeah. Kakashi's like,
Oh,
oh well,
gosh.
their voice is high pitched, so they must be 12.
Okay, I like to say that's a fucking woman. That actress.
The voice
It's an
actress is
actress.
definitely a woman. Yeah.
Yeah, well-
we don't know who's under the mask yet, but it definitively sounds like a woman.
But, you know, there's Naruto, right? Miley Flanagan doesn't sound exclusively like
it sounds
woman.
like a young
Listen,
boy.
Yeah.
Emma, you gotta think wide open.
Yeah,
You don't want to
bro,
assume
gender's
things.
a fucking construct.
That's true, but the whole thing of Kakashi automatically being like, oh yeah, it's a young boy, and having to walk the audience through his
Yeah.
reasoning for why it's
Look,
a young boy.
There's two genders in the Naruto world. There's small kunai and big shuriken. That's how it goes.
Well, okay, so if Naruto's played by a woman, right,
Uh-huh.
and then so is the supposed other 12-year-old, is Sasuke also played by a woman?
No, Sasuke is played by the beautiful
Easily.
Yuri Lowenthal.
Who's in everything and anything.
Deadass, he's in like I own maybe like 30 games for my Switch,
Yeah.
and he's in a third of them. He voice
Wow.
acts in everything.
He's Mr. Spider-Man himself.
He was Spider-Man, yeah.
He's Sasuke. He's everyone.
Good
He's,
for this
he's
guy.
my father,
No,
my
yeah,
mother.
He's
He's
pretty
Mr.
good.
Bubba the Love Sponge?
He is Mr. and Mrs.
That's a
And
callback
Mrs.
to
Love
episode
Sponge.
1, I think, of the podcast. Obviously, they didn't talk about Bubba the Love Sponge in Naruto.
No, go back. It's in the exclusive after the butterfly floats around.
Remember
At the
that
very
one
end of the
time
episode?
Aruka ran up on the third Hokage and said, listen, I know if you're sleeping and it's 4 a.m., but Naruto just texted me saying, I'm with Bubba the Love Sponge right now in his white van, and I don't know what's
And
happening
his
anymore.
white van?
Oh my
Are
god.
Bubba's prone to white
Are there
vans?
cars in the Naruto world?
Well, I don't think
Do
so.
they only got gas and shit?
No, dude. The
They got drugs
boatman
and
would be
shit.
out of business if they had cars.
Well,
Think of the rower.
well, that's why he
Think
wants.
of the rower.
Oh, that dude. What if the rower employed Zabuza? Because if they built this bridge, there's no more reason to row.
Dude.
The rower.
The
wants
rower's in
to
charge
row.
of Gato shipping.
Gato's just a figurehead.
Yeah, he's just because when they showed Gato in that like little flash sequence, he was next to two shadowy figures. It's the rower.
Listen. When Tzatziki Sauce Man was like, Gato's a tiny man who casts a long shadow. That
Long
shadow
is
the
an oar.
rower.
Yeah.
And his oar, like Zabuza has this 12-foot fucking sword. The rower has a 12-foot oar, and that bitch hits.
Well, the masked ninja takes Zabuza's body away to, keep the secrets hidden within. I guess like jutsu are maybe stored inside your body somewhere or something, but the point is it's important to...
8-point fucking
Yeah,
organs or
who
some
knows?
shit.
I guess,
to keep
yeah.
the secret of his diet plan.
I don't know what the fuck she's gonna do to get it out
Oh
then.
no, Zabuza died with his fucking tips and tricks on how to lose weight.
Oh, man.
Now we have to buy his DVD.
The died.
And then now they can market his DVD. They'll be like, his last wish was for you to burn off that extra fat.
Dying and dieting with Zabuza.
Dying and dieting.
Wow, that's really good.
Oh, that's kind of beautiful, Raj.
Thank you.
You should market fitness in the Naruto world.
Should.
We were asking, I think last episode, how they stay in shape when all they eat is ramen and milk, and
There it is.
it's
Zabuza's
dying and dieting.
That's
Yeah,
how
get off
Kakashi
the
knew
head
of him. Oh my god. That's how Kakashi knew of him. It wasn't because he assassinated
Kakashi's
shit.
like,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
in my bingo book too, bitch.
You're in my bingo book. My bingo book is an exercise program.
That's what Kakashi's reading besides porn. He's,
Oh yeah, other than Make Out Paradise, it's fucking dying and dieting with Zabuza.
I can't wait for Makeup Paradise to come back.
Yeah.
And it does.
It
Legit,
does.
it becomes fucking important. I'm
Yeah.
not even kidding.
That's crazy.
I know. Pa. Oh, it's the fucking it's the cigar noise, you know. Pa.
Nobody makes that noise.
They
when
do.
smoke
They do.
cigars.
then
Dude.
you're clearly not
I
smoking enough
smoke
cigars.
If
alright?
you
no.
knew Gato in the real world, you would hear that when he hits his cigar, it's pa. More men, come bring me another cigar. I guess
Rower, I need you to bring me as much cigar as you can.
although I guess the rower ultimately would be being served by Gato because
That's
he's the one in
true.
charge.
Oh, for sure.
Guys, it's just the
The
front.
mist is his cigars.
Yeah, you really think somebody
Yeah.
that short's in charge of something that big?
No, it's
No,
the
no,
rower.
it's the rower.
It's been the rower since day one.
His aura reaches all waters on the world.
That's fucking true.
Damn, that's heavy, man.
Well, you're
That's
gonna have to
electric.
get less attached to the rower because the trust buster is still coming for him.
Yeah,
That's right,
Well,
bridge
don't forget,
builder.
Zabuza chucked a shuriken and probably killed the
Fucking
rower.
murdered him. Fuck.
Biggest villain killed off stage.
Once the ninja from the mist vanish, Kakashi covers his Sharingan again, while Naruto, coping with the sudden weight of his own insignificance, starts punching the ground. That's when Naruto starts to,
Right.
yeah.
you know, cry and punch the ground, and it's heavy. Like, it really is, to realize that you're weak, you know?
Yeah.
It's also kind of stupid because he applied pressure, like just a little bit on his hand, and he started having these, like the screen went negative, and he started crying and bitching around.
Well, he did just cut his hand
I
open.
know,
in, like, 2
but now
episodes ago.
he's
That's
just
true.
punching it like it's no
yeah.
one's business.
Well, he also magically heals.
That's true.
Well, not enough to apply 2 seconds of pressure on it to cry, because that's what he did.
Yeah. Well, Kakashi stops Naruto from punching the ground because he should save his anger for their next foe.
Save it for the podcast.
Save it for the
Oh
podcast.
my God. Naruto, come on. Wait for the
Naruto,
podcast.
don't say it off air, man.
Yeah. We already killed off the biggest villain on some Shakespeare shit. We can't.
Yeah,
keep
we already
doing
killed
this.
the rower off screen. You can't.
That's true.
Come on, Naruto. Kakashi pushes the group to get Tazuna to his home, and the bridge builder's like, "Oh yeah, when we get there, don't even trip, dogs. You can chill there."
Yeah. Because you've done so much for me, I might as well let you lay on my
Yeah,
pillow.
I know. But as soon as they begin their journey, all of a sudden, Kakashi falls to the ground,
Oh, right.
unconscious.
Oh yeah.
End of episode.
That's
Another
how the
cliffhanger.
episode ends. Yeah,
That was a big
We'll find
one.
out next week.
yeah, we will. And
You'll
that's
find out next Monday.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that's an intense cliffhanger. Like, Kakashi just faints, and we don't really know why.
Flops over and
Yeah.
dies.
Which is so out of character. But also,
Exactly.
you know, Boy Who Cried Wolf, he's not gonna die.
Well, right, but this isn't him being. This isn't his shadow being torn apart. This is him passing out.
yeah.
Like, this is.
I mean,
Kakashi dies. What
listen.
happens to them
Oh.
then?
I guess when you're on Zabuza's diet,
Oh,
you,
yeah, it's
you
'cause he hasn't
gotta
eaten
die at
days.
some point.
Like Sakura during the survival exercises when
eaten
she was like,
dinner.
"I haven't eaten dinner or lunch in like 3 days."
Oh, fuck Zabuza.
Yeah.
That's why they killed him, because he's been starving people to death.
That's how he killed all of his classmates. He starved them to death.
Yeah,
He stole their
would, like-
food.
yeah, because he wasn't in the school. He would just go every day, and he'd be like, "That's really the shirt you're wearing? Interesting. That's all."
Are you gonna eat that? Oh, okay.
You gonna eat that? Yeah, I bet you are.
That'd be good for you.
8 more points for you, I guess.
There goes your latte.
No, Zabuza went from this
I love the
wholesome
idea that
business
Zabuza
instructor.
negged people to death.
He was just so annoying.
It's so funny. Okay, well, the episode ends. Kakashi's passed out.
Yep.
What'd you guys think?
Action. A lot of action.
Lot-
Wait,
That's
wait,
true.
wait, yeah, let's shake it up. Let's go to Allie for a hot
Joshua, what do you think?
I think it was episode 7. I didn't love it.
No, yeah,
No.
it was very exposition.
Yeah,
bad
I was kind of
animation.
bored. I was
They gave us
studying
the
and I was like,
rower.
oh, I better study.
Yeah.
But 8 and 9 were a lot more action. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
Kept me more focused.
I think, obviously Naruto realized this episode how big and powerful the world is, but like so did we. Yeah, we saw two Jonin going at it.
That's true.
And it was fucking hardcore.
Sorry, do you mean Jonin?
Jonin?
We saw two Jonin going at it. It was intense.
You're telling me fucking
We met
Steve
the rower?
Buscemi and Christopher
the rower,
Walken
yeah.
wouldn't fucking nail these voices?
I would like to see Steve Buscemi as Naruto.
Come on,
I can get on board
Sasuke.
with that.
Sasuke, I have a plan.
It's fucking, what's his name? Randall from Monsters
Yes,
Inc.?
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, inconsistent animation quality, really bad pacing episode 7, but I think episode 8 and 9 that's the most action we've got.
I believe you.
Yeah.
It just makes me wonder what the other groups are doing, because it's like...
Like squad, whatever. Yeah, 8 and 10.
Because, like, if you think about how much of a present force we are on this campus and how pretty much if we're not there, it doesn't happen. It's
our
not
friend
important.
group?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I wonder what Ino's thinking. What's her equivalent of fighting
Yeah,
Zabuza
Ino,
right
like,
now?
fucking Sakura's rival. She's probably just daydreaming about Sasuke back in the village.
Probably. Like, they probably haven't left the village. Like, they have them doing, like, actual...
They're
like,
still
ninja-
catching cats like this team
Deadass.
was a day ago.
That's true.
Because their team doesn't have...
Timeline is weird.
Yeah.
Of like, this was yesterday.
Well, it just happened
Yeah.
so quickly, you know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, Naruto... Well, because
They kind of drag it out, too.
They didn't think that this was going to be a huge mission. They thought it was
Yeah.
C rank. And now this is like fucking A rank
All
shit.
I know for sure is that it's 3 a.m. somewhere and Aruka's knocking on Third Hokage's door.
Yeah, he's definitely
Have
like...
any updates on Naruto? Can
I know,
you look in
we
your
didn't,
crystal
this is the
ball?
first time that we haven't seen
Yeah.
Iruka bother the third Hokage.
Fly out
That's
of
true.
nowhere, just talking.
That was my favorite recurring segment when Iruka would just bother him and be like, "Hey, can we talk about Naruto?"
Is
You have
that
a
you,
crystal
Tuss?
ball?
Yeah, Iruka's a bigger weeb than I am. And also, like, slick cliffhanger. Seriously.
Yeah,
Really good
That was-
Every
cliffhangers.
episode
Yeah,
was
every
good.
episode, yeah, and then I mean, I guess it's how I broke it up for the podcast, but to have Kakashi pass out at the end
Yeah.
of
That was
that
I
episode,
guess it was all me. I
Well, no,
guess
no,
I made the
because
cliffhanger.
some cliffhangers, like if I had stopped it after episode 8, it would
Yeah.
be like you stopped it in the middle of
Yeah.
an attack. Why-
Right,
Yeah.
right, of course.
But like to have Kakashi pass out, that's
That's a good clip.
if I was watching this on Cartoon Network, I'd be like, fuck, cancel Adventure Time. Let me see what comes next.
Was Adventure Time even on when it came? No.
Definitely not.
No, Adventure Time was like
this was like Chowder era.
What, was it even a Chowder?
Might have
Yeah, I
been
think
Foster's
so.
Home era.
Oh,
Foster's Home for
Foster's
sure.
Home,
Yeah.
I feel like it was around that time because like Chowder came out. That's when Flapjack and
Dude,
came-
that
all
would be
shit.
wacky. Like, 1 second you're watching fucking Blue Regard Q Kazoo in a Home for Imaginary Friends. The next second you're learning the 8 points you can hit on someone to kill them.
Pause. Blue Regard Kyukizoo. I hate that that's his full name.
Oh, yeah,
but
sorry.
That's like an unrepressed memory.
I
of
was a
mine.
big fan of Foster's.
Remember fucking what's that pale one they just imagine
Caillou?
cheese or some shit?
Oh, that's later seasons where I didn't see that shit.
Dude, he's fucking weird. He only asked for chocolate milk wherever he went. It was
Yeah,
the most
yeah.
interesting character possible. I think he's equivalent to the rower. He was behind.
He was behind it all.
He was behind it all.
Yeah.
Like that bunny guy. No, no.
poor bunny.
It's all about cheese.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you for joining me and Raj for our side podcast about Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Coming out next summer.
Yeah.
We have so many podcasts. We have the JoJo's Bizarre podcast.
The Foster's Home, the Caillou, the PBS shows.
Arthur.
Yeah, the Arthur podcast.
Arthur.
In-depth
There's
Zabuza
Caillou,
fitness
PBS,
workout.
and then just Arthur.
Yeah. And obviously Avatar with the Blue People podcast.
For sure,
for sure.
That's true.
We just watch the movie every week.
And every week we learn something new. Jesus.
Every podcast, just us watching a single minute of.
Imagine 47 episodes in, and every episode you watch the Avatar movie again and again, and you're like, this time I really learned something new.
But episode 100, that episode's just us word for word saying the entire movie.
God, that is a horrifying
That
reality
is
to imagine.
terrifying.
Do it.
Anyways, let's hear some reader response. Obviously, there won't be any reader responses for these first 7 weeks. We haven't gotten any yet because these are all pre-recorded.
Yes.
But do get in contact with us, and as soon as we do episode 8, we'll, respond to you guys, respond to whatever you send us after in this segment. And also, even though Emma won't be on the main podcast anymore, we will do a Patreon exclusive episode with her to respond to anything that involves her. We'll
She'll be back sometime.
yeah,
That's
we'll
for you,
do a
Sean.
little reunion. Yeah, that's for Sean. I've been wondering kind of like what is episode 8 gonna sound like, because not only will we not have Emma, but we'll have gone like 2-3 months without watching the show.
We're seeing each other.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll have Jeff Bezos at that point.
Yeah, on the comment of not having Emma, like, sure, I add some pizzazz to the podcast, but you guys are gonna have some serious backing once I'm gone.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm gonna drown in the weeb.
all this like fuck Christian, what's his name? The creepy one, Christopher Walker. Fuck Jeff
Walken.
Walken. Fuck.
It's all good.
And who's the other one? Jeff
We've
Bezos.
been recording for a while. It's
Yeah,
fine.
fuck all these guys. Suddenly, everybody's gonna be backing you up. They're like, finally, you got rid of her.
The thing, it's weird because like when episode 8 comes out, like summertime will be over.
Right. No, and for the listeners, no time will have passed.
Yeah.
Because it'll be a weekly show. But for us, it'll be like a huge gap.
Like
We'll come back and we'll be like different people.
yeah, we were talking
I'll
earlier
have a
about
phone
like how we
here.
haven't seen each other in 2 days and how it felt like years. This is like 3 months.
I know. Oh my gosh. So yeah, episode 8's gonna be weird. But we do need reader responses for that episode, and if you want to reader respond, you can get in touch with us at our Gmail, which is NaruTalkPod@gmail.com, on Facebook, NaruTalk the ShipPodcast, Instagram and Twitter, we're at NaruTalkPod, our website is NaruTalk.wordpress.com, and of course, we have a Patreon, which admittedly I haven't set up yet, so I don't quite know what the link's going to be. All the links to everything is going to be in the description below. Do please give us money on our Patreon. We can help upgrade the podcast equipment. I'll be uploading exclusive stuff on there. We all want to go to Avatar
We
World.
really do.
Yeah.
Please help us. We have no money. We go to college. We eat ramen. I want to die.
I don't eat ramen.
neither.
That's all I need.
Yeah, honestly, none of us eat ramen, but D-Hall's not that great, so.
Yeah.
But do pitch into our Patreon, you know, it does really help.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah, and I might have like a Discord chat that we're all in that
Oh,
you know,
for
we can
sure.
talk to people, but we can mute it if we want to. You know what I mean? Like I said, links for everything is in the description below. Please like, subscribe, rate, whatever you do on whatever you're listening to us. The best way to get in touch with us is probably comments. If you're on iTunes, leave a 5-star review because that helps with visibility or something, I think.
And we'll see it.
Obviously, I don't know. But yeah, if it's 5 stars, I'll see it. If it's 4 stars, that's in the hidden miss jutsu, my
Hidden
guy.
Mist Jutsu. It's
Just can't see
just like a cow in the
Yes,
mist.
like we say every week, if
Like
you
a
hate
cow in
us,
the mist.
leave us a 5-star review and tell us that we suck.
Yeah, tell us to shut that shit down.
But do it with a 5-star review.
And that you're with Jeff, and that means something.
Yeah.
But do reach out. Tell us how you're listening. If you've never watched Naruto before and you're watching along with us, or if you don't even watch the show and you're just listening, let us know. You know, that's all stuff that's interesting. Say hi. We'll give you a shout out.
Hey, give us some notes.
Yeah.
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 We'll take criticism.
Yeah, we'll take constructive
yeah.
criticism,
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll take it. Just don't be mean, because then I'll get all self-conscious like Zabuza.
We're fragile people.
We are. We're
And
just...
then I'll have to kill Liam off because he'll be dragging us down.
But do tell your friends. That's another great way to get us new listeners. This is all helpful, you know. Of course, this podcast comes out every Monday, and next Monday we are going to be watching episodes 10, 11, and 12 of Naruto. What?
3 whole episodes.
we watch
all
3 every
episodes.
time. Come
Yeah.
on.
Whoa.
3's the norm, so.
Content coming at you.
Content coming at you hard, my guy.
Make sure you
Yeah.
watch it with us.
Episode 10, 11, and 12 next week. Until then, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for commenting and reaching out, and whatever you do, thank you so much. Everybody, be safe, have fun, believe it!